Hello, and welcome to this weird game that we're about to do that I have been looking forward to for so long. This is The Adventurer's Guide to the Multiverse, and is a continuation of the wacky multiversal adventures that have been going on from time to time. And this one is a limited series with about 6 episodes, so woo, we're excited. And I'm joined by 4 incredible people that I love playing D&D with. And I'm going to let each of them introduce themselves and their characters. We're going to start off with Rhiannon.
Hey, I'm Rhiannon Held. I write urban fantasy is Rhiannon Held, and space opera is RZ Held. And my space opera novella series, the Amsterdam Institute series, is now complete. So if you like complete series, check that out. First one is called Clean Install. And I'm playing Elysia, Tararon, which viewers who remember my character Artemisia Tararon will recognize that name. She's Artemisia's daughter, trying to come out from under her mother's shadow, which would be easier if I didn't use her mother's character sheet to start building her. She's a half elf. She's one of those half elves that you can't quite tell, like, it's not a direct, like, one elf parent, one human parent anymore. She's tall like her mother, a bit more sort of busty than her mother, and also very much not as straight-laced as her mother is. She's a sorcerer.
There you go. All right, Rhiannon, you pass to someone else.
Lauren.
Ooh, popcorn. Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the content coordinator at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. You can find me on the socials as Obo Lauren. You can find me here tonight playing a character that the people on Idle Champions are going to be familiar with, Orkira. Yeah. This is, for those of you that don't know, Orkira is a gold dragonborn cleric who has traveled the multiverse quite a lot and has gone through a lot of things, which is evident by the fact that she's not a normal dragonborn. You look at her and she's got spikes and wings and a tail and a lot of burnt scars and is carrying around a lot of marshmallows. They're comfort marshmallows. She is a cleric of the Phoenix who at the moment is dead, but it's okay because it's a Phoenix. They come back. And she's in a slightly different outfit than you've probably been used to seeing her, because as she's been traveling around and trying to move on with the next part of her existence, she's slimmed down a little bit. She's still in the purple kind of cut off pants and has a kind of wrap around her chest that can be turned into a hood. And she's got some really cool goggles that she got from a friend of hers. And she still carries the giant backpack that's been turned into a side satchel because bags of holding are bad. And that's Orkira in a super duper small nutshell. And I will pass it on to St. James.
All right. Hi, St. James. I collect trading cards now, so this is my collection. That's my new thing. Don't have any cool things I work with, but you've heard about me probably.
You have an Instagram account where you make really cool videos with all these cards. Plug the account.
Yeah, I guess if you're into really cool videos of like trading cards and all that stuff, you can go find St. James Collection on Instagram. I run that.
My friend.
It's pretty
I care
nice.
about him. I want him to do that stuff.
I don't really do too much. Just kind of hang out, play card games. I guess I have a collection account that a lot of people look at, but it's not that important right now. I am playing Uthal, who is essentially my only character that I enjoy playing. Very different from myself, as you guys will find out. I'm not going to say all of his titles, but I will throughout the game. There's a lot of them. It's going to be great. It's a fun time. He's a 8.5 foot or 8.5 foot tall rogue Goliath. 8.5, 8.5.
I forgot Uthal is actually taller than Orkira. That's
amazing. He's 8 feet 8'5" is what I think I stopped at. 320. He's a big guy. But he's also a rogue, so you'll never be able to see him. He also is extremely lucky, aside from the 6 times that he died and came back.
He got better.
He got better, but he's fine. So you'll see a massive rogue just stealthing up on people. It's going to be hilarious. I guess you won't see him. So stick around. You won't see me.
I'm just here to sit in the window.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Yang Yang.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Yang-Yang Wang. You can find me on Twitter at 2oftheyangs, or you can find me on the Dungeon Scrawlers Discord, hanging out with a bunch of really cool, chill people. We chat a lot of games, movies, D&D, and other TTRPGs, and all sorts of cool games. You could get a link to the Discord by typing !Discord into the chat. Today we're also doing a special dice giveaway from Phoenix Dice. So if you hit
I'm sorry, from who?
from Akira's recovering deity dice, you can type in !ticket into the chat for a chance to win that. Today I'll be playing a brand new character for this called Pilkins. He is a shorty. He's about 5'2", human, and he is leaving his bullshit life and from the Dalelands, and like all that wilderness and all that dirt and all that danger for the safety of Waterdeep. So we'll see what his life is like when we first get introduced to Pilkins.
Yeah. I guess we should say, since there's two people here from Idle Champions, we have an Idle Champions code as well. I believe you can just put in exclaim code, right? That's a thing we can do on this channel.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
exclaim code. You get an Idle Champions code, and you can get an Electrum chest. Get some cool stuff, and go kick some bad guys' butts. So do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up some chests.
What?
But yeah, I'm gonna pick up some chests right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Just one
Yeah,
second,
get
guys.
yourself
Hold
some
on.
loot. Yeah.
Hacking in.
Yeah. Putting all the codes in. I'm a code man.
The code, man.
I'm the code man.
All right. Well, let's get started with the Adventurer's Guide to the Multiverse. And to start it off, I figured I would give a very simple explanation of the multiverse, because it is oddly a very easy thing to understand. Even you can understand it. Yes, you there, person watching this that's drinking a Diet Coke and prepping for the next D&D game. I can see you, but don't worry. I can't see anything worse. It's just those two things, so don't worry about that. The multiverse is like the universe, which is infinite. So imagine the infinite, and you've got it, and then make that multiple. So you have a multiple infinity, and that's it. Infinite multiverse is a infinite of infinites of infinites. And this universe that we are specifically going to start in may be a little bit different from the universe that you may know at home. Maybe different from one that you play in, and maybe it could be exactly the same. I don't know. I'm not your boss. But this one in particular has a strange little fellow on it named Pilkins. Who does not quite like the outside world and people, despite the fact that he decided to open a bar. It's what he liked to do. But the unfortunate thing for Pilkins that he doesn't know is that he is about to have an extremely bad day, and that extremely bad day starts with a knock at the door.
Well, Pilkins, he's cleaning up his tavern for the morning. It's about an hour until opening time, so he's definitely not expecting any customers this early. He sighs, and he puts down his dusting rag. He tugs on his gloves to make sure that they're exactly like the perfect tightness on his hands, and he walks over to the front door. And I think he's the type of person to put like a little peephole in the front door. So he like slides the little slot open, and there's a little empty window where he can see who's outside.
Yeah, there is a old elven man with a green hat on, very close to that peephole.
Oh, please, could you take a step back, like a foot, maybe two?
Sorry. And he backs up, and you can see that there is this very official-looking elf standing there with a lazy-looking ancient gold dragon behind him. And as you know, in this universe, Pilkins, that's nothing to really be afraid of or anything like that. Dragons are just docile creatures that have absolutely no reason to be feared. They're lazy most of the time. In fact, if you were to look up the definition of apathetic at the bottom, it would say also see dragons. And the man stands there and is like, oh yeah, we just wanted to make sure nobody was in before we knocked down the place. I see there is somebody in there.
What? Knocked down? What do you mean?
Yeah. We're knocking down this whole block to make way for the new Magic 4U store.
Oh, excuse me, this is the first time I've heard about any of this, and I assure you all of my papers are in proper order and I paid all the permits and taxes on time.
The man looks very confused. He's first you've heard of it. It's been posted in the Neverwinter for 9 months now. Why don't you just open the door and we can
That's
talk
the
about this
one
face to
newspaper
face?
I don't subscribe to. Okay, all right, I can open the door, but your companion's not entering like that, are they?
The man turns around and looks at the dragon. The dragon just goes, and it just kind of slowly sits down and lays on the ground. And the man turns and goes, "No, he's fine there."
All right. Well, there's several hitches outside of my tavern. You know, that's why we're called the 42 Hitches. You can enjoy any of them while he waits, I suppose. Oh, goodbye. Oh, hello. There's a glitch in the multiverse.
St. James is moving in and out of the multiverse as we speak.
I'm forming in.
So Pilkins opens the door and welcomes him inside, but he has like this welcome mat that's there, and the word welcome is kind of like facing the other way, so it's like welcoming people out of the tavern rather than into the tavern. And he definitely makes it a point to see if they brush off dirt from their feet as they enter. Like,
Oh yeah, no, he comes in, he's got his paperwork, he does that little like gets all the dirt and mud off of his boots.
Thank you.
He says, "Oh yes, it's very, very nice place you have here. It's a shame we got to knock it all down." But yes, as you can see, and he hands out a stack of papers and parchments that are all kind of disheveled and whatnot. But the gist of it does seem to be, "Yep, knock it down. Yep, destroy the whole thing. Yep, no, don't take no, take no for an answer, any sort of thing like that."
Yeah, so Pilkins reads through the papers with like incredibly efficient speed, and afterwards he takes off his hat slowly and puts it down on the counter and pours himself a drink from his own tavern, and he sips it. He says, "Well, I can't believe it, but all of these papers seem to be in order. All of these stamps
yes.
are official, and I can't believe I missed this detail. I'm normally so good with details."
The elven man says, "Oh, you know, these things happen. You know, nothing to get too upset about, because the magic for you people, they're gobbling up locations all over the Forgotten Realms, and you know, it just happened to be yours was on one of those locations."
So is there nothing I could do?
No, not really.
And did you mention when this demolishing is going to occur?
He moves his his sleeve, and there's like this glass domed apparatus on his wrist, and he goes, "About 15 minutes."
15 minutes. Oh. Okay, pardon me.
15 minutes is also how long it takes to get from a Laughing Lemon Tavern located outside of Waterdeep to the walls of Waterdeep. And that's where we find 3 of our other adventurers as they're making their way into the city. What are they doing as they are doing so? They have no problem getting past the guards or anything like that. They are allowed in. They've been there for a little while now.
I mean, if we're in that much of a hurry, I can just fly. I mean, right? And you can catch up. Maybe I can just go grab him, and then we'll just fly back, right?
I mean, makes sense to me.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk towards the bar anyway. They can take it down while I'm there.
I'm less worried about the bar and more about everything else. Because we gotta go, right? We gotta go.
How long was that supposed to be? Can I just grab a quick drink and then we can dash out real quick?
You know that you have about 45 minutes.
That's plenty of time.
And even though Orkira is about to launch into the air and blitz on over there, she gets the feeling that her companions will probably just continue to saunter, and that leaving them behind might be a bad idea. So yeah.
Ella sees she can get a turn of speed. So she'll I think if she's trying for speed, she will go into wolf form, because 4 feet, good running. And so she'll take off.
Yeah.
Is Uthal still just gonna walk normally?
Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys. I missed this place. I haven't, I'm gonna get the sights in before, it all disappears again.
I totally understand. I just would like to get out of here before that happens. So power walk. Would you power walk for us, please? And Orkira will fly after the wolf.
I will agree to brisk walk.
I mean, your legs are really long, so that's almost like running.
I like the idea that like Uthal's doing this whole like just strutting thing, just like.
Hey, Janice, who are you? You don't know me.
Okay, so a wolf is running and a dragonborn is flying towards the 42 hitches.
And an Uthal is sauntering.
And an Uthal is sauntering, yes.
Casually strolling.
My mistake.
And the back at the 42 hitches, Pilkins is kind of coming to terms with this information, and while he does so, the official elven man is just continuously checking his watch, just like.
So Pilkins is just like running frantically from room to room, grabbing all the stuff that he can. He actually lives upstairs, and so he's like packing his clothes into a bag. And at the same time, occasionally, whenever he stops by the desk with the papers, he like checks them again, and he double checks, and he's looking for fine print that lets him, that gives him a loophole to get out of this. But he doesn't find any, so he continues along his frantic search. He, on the way out, he grabs like the lost and found box and like the rest of the goods. He thinks like, oh my goodness, I just need to take all the things I can, and I guess I need to make a new start somewhere, somehow, in a city that gives me better notice for these sorts of things. But I don't know what city in the Forgotten Realms that could possibly be.
Give me a perception check as you're doing this.
Our first roll of the game.
Dirty 20. Let's go.
Hey!
Nice.
So as you're getting these things together, as you're clutching the lost and found box, you happen to look out a window and you see a familiar shape, a dragonborn with wings, kind of descend down past it and land in front of the tavern. Orkia, what do you do when you land?
The first thing she does is she side-eyes the ancient gold dragon that's sitting there. And even though this has been a slightly more normal sight in the last however long we've been here,
3 months, but yes.
3 months. It's still, you know what? She's been alive for a very long time, and old habits die hard. So she can't help but as she looks at it, but then she rushes on past. Is the door open or closed?
Open.
Yeah, the door would be open, yeah.
Okay, and before she gets to the door, do I see my wolf companion?
Yes.
So the wolf has gotten distracted by the dragon, as also sometimes happens. So now she's a half elf again, and she's gonna go up to the dragon and like shove it like with her hands, like if you were gonna poke somebody, but like she's using her whole hands because it's a dragon. And she's gonna be speaking in Draconic, and she actually has a fairly like decent for her realm Draconic accent, being like, You got magic. Do you have like plane shift or something? Like, get up.
Go. Plane shift is not going to help. Remember, that's just another plane that's going to be poof. Sorry.
The dragon slowly like turns its head to look at you and responds in Draconic. No, I just destroy things. Would you like something destroyed?
That is the most true statement I've ever heard of any dragon ever of all time.
I don't particularly like it. I like things not destroyed, but that's my job. Do you see the badge?
You're not gonna have to do that job much longer, so that's good. And then she's gonna turn away and be like,
the dragon looks at you and just goes,
What do you mean by
I'm
that?
ecstatic.
Oh, no.
Dragons are Elcor. Okay, great.
No, fuck it. Sorry, that is canon.
In this universe, which is only going to last a very short amount of time.
Are like Elcor.
I'm ecstatic. Orkira stopped at the doorway and has, even though the door is open, has politely knocked kind of on the door frame as she sees that her friend is coming. Hi, hey, Pilkins, hi.
Oh, or Kira, one of my favorite customers. Oh, please tell me you've become a lawyer in the 3 months since I've seen you. I need loophole help.
No. I don't know if you want me to lawyer. Haven't you? We've been hanging out for 3 months. You know me. That's a bad idea. And she's now walked in, but even though she knows everything's about to get destroyed, she still stops at the welcome mat and is diligently wiping off her claws on her feet, and she'll even wipe her tail because it's been dragging a little bit, and be like, do you have like a minute? I don't know who your friend is, but can we talk? I know the bar isn't open yet.
How much time do we have, sir?
Got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes to talk.
And I'll look over at the other person that's there. Can you give us 3.5 minutes and just wait outside with your dragon?
Okay,
I'm assuming that's your dragon.
You're gonna like leave the building though after that, right?
Yes, very quickly.
Okay, as long as nobody's in the building. I mean, like, I'm here to destroy stuff. I'm not here to kill people, so I'm just gonna walk outside.
I have questions, but I don't have time for answers. Hi, hey.
Hi.
Why are you already packed? You know what? Don't answer that question. That's great. Do you need help? And I'm going to open up my side satchel, which is a modified handy haversack, and be like, you need to put anything else in there before we got to go?
Oh, yes. Oh, thank goodness you're here. He grabs her hand, just drags her upstairs.
Whoa.
Opens his multiple walk-in closets, like, because he's the only one that lives here, so he actually has like 3 walk-in closets, from all the different rooms. And
he keeps
just like
calling
starts
them
pouring.
walk-in closets, but they're actually just other rooms.
Yeah, and then he
I love
just
it.
begins shoving in like all his different outfits, but all his outfits actually kind of look very similar. Like they're all sort of like that ruffled, muted colored, like foppish type of wear. And he just begins shoving them all into her bag.
There's
Thank you so
one
much.
outfit that's pink and yellow, but that was because of a bad decision about 15 years ago.
Pink is
Oh
never
my
a bad
goodness.
decision.
Why did I buy
That
this
sounds
one?
like a good
Whatever.
decision to me.
Yeah, pink is always a good decision. Oh, Uthal's here. Great. Uthal,
Yeah,
Lisa, go get whatever we need from downstairs. I don't know what we need. What do you need from downstairs?
Uthal, you're just walking up the steps of this tavern that you know oddly well because in your universe, you were a part owner of this location.
Do I notice the construction crew out front?
Yeah, you notice the gold
destruction
dragon.
crew.
Yeah. And so do I kind of understand what's going on here then?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is while turning the corner, I'm gonna come walking up to like the guy outside, waving a paper in my hand, screaming like, "What do you think you're doing right now? Like, what is going on here?"
I'm doing my job.
I grab a hard hat and put it on my head. I got words from Upper that this is not supposed to be destroyed for at least another 35 minutes. So why are you still out here not taking out the other buildings? I look at this paper. Here you go. It's right from the Uppers.
35, and he's going through his paperwork. He's checking his watch. He's like, 35. That doesn't make any sense at all. It's supposed to be 3 minutes.
No, there's a number off there. Are you serious? This is what I have to deal with? I come from vacation. I'm eating my lunch right now. I get call from upper management saying, "Oh, they're going to destroy a building that they shouldn't for at least another 28 minutes." And you're sitting here freaking waiting. What is going on here? I need you to get your dragon out of here and go. Because like this is I'm going to have to call your boss if you're going to stand here wasting my time.
Roll me a deception check.
Okay. I also have advantage on this because of imposter and forgery and infiltration experience.
Of course you do.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
One of my
I'm going to put a
favorite
luck
things
point on that roll. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna roll one more.
Okay.
Much better. Nat 20.
Nice.
The elven man is just like, I don't know how this could have happened. There must have been a decimal moved, or a comma, or a semicolon, or something. I guess, should I just should we just take a break? Is that what?
Yeah. You know, I won't. You know, honestly, give me half your sandwich, and I won't say anything to anybody. Just go take a break. It'll be fine.
I don't know how you knew about that. He takes out a bag
Oh.
of barley and gives you half a sandwich.
Thank you. And I just start eating it. And I'm like, you have a good day, sir. I'm not going to say anything because of your niceties with this sandwich. Just, wait 25 more minutes. And I'll go inside the tavern eating a sandwich. Like, hi guys.
Alicia, at this point, the elven man comes over and tells the dragon and Dracona, it's like, okay, well, we gotta wait a little bit longer, so let's go take a break. And the dragon slowly starts to move away.
You guys see that guy that's going to destroy your building? I told him to just go kick rocks for another 23 minutes. So how's it going? As I'm eating a sandwich and sitting back, pouring a beer on the side of the bar, like,
Uthal, you forgot your feet, the dirt.
Oh, Alicia's feet, dirt everywhere. Just sorry. Just so you know.
Alicia.
there's this mud trailing up to where the bar is. So like, oh, that wasn't me. My shoes are clean.
Pilkins, I would press to clean it for you, but it's more important that we pack and your clothes, like, you can do better. My mother taught me.
I beg to differ.
And so, like, maybe we can get new outfits where we're going. So you can pack some other stuff. Huh?
Where we're going? Where are we going?
We'll talk about that on the way. And I'm going to pick up the welcome mat and hold it up and say, Elsie, can you press take this real quick?
Yes. And so she'll do it, but she'll do it fast so that the mud like splatters kind of like on the floor. So
Oh my god.
Little bit gets on my foot and I just start to shake it as I'm rolling it up and then stuffing it into my bag. All right. I think I've got like another pound or two before this thing is really, really stuffed. Any last minute things that mean a lot to you before we gotta go?
I mean, this whole place means a lot to me.
Unfortunately, I can't fit that in the handy haversack.
The final few minutes of this tavern that I spent so much of my time and love and livelihood, I've invested so much into this place, and for its final moments before its demise to be filled with dirt and chaos, it breaks my heart.
I'm going to slowly walk up to Pilkins, and place a claw on his shoulder, and look him at how tall is Perkins? Or Pilkins?
5'2".
5'2". I'm going to place a claw on your shoulder, but I'm going to stand far enough back that the 7-foot tall orc here can still make comfortable eye contact with you. And I'm going to say, the important thing is the years of memories that you're going to bring with you along the way. But if we stay here, you're going to get destroyed.
Oh, I definitely don't want to be destroyed.
No, we don't want that either. So is there any last minute 2 pounds worth of little things that we can bring with us before everything goes to crap?
I mean, I suppose we can bring the 3 mugs that you all use every time you come visit here. Since you're some of my best customers, I had them personally engraved with your names. And I decorated them in the ways that you specified.
I love the idea that Pilkins has like the fantasy version of a cricket, and it's just like and it's cut out designs for each of you.
That is so lovely.
I may complain a little bit when some of you enter. Never you, Orkira, just between you and I.
I mean,
But,
you can't complain. That's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, and I know I came in that once with all of the weird dirt on the bottom of my tail. I didn't even know. Dragged it all over the place. It's a good thing LSE was here to do the prestidigitation thing. But yeah, sorry.
So he goes behind his tavern counter and he like opens this cupboard, and inside there's like 3 brown paper wrapped packages tied up with twine, and he hands each of the adventurers one of them.
And Uthal is so overcome with emotion.
Lost in
He has
space and
disappeared.
time. Yeah.
Oh my
What's going
God.
on?
Where did Uthal go?
My
I don't
camera
know
just
where-
stopped working.
Do we want to pause for a second? Because I know this is probably ruining the overlay.
No, it's actually
Oh,
not.
I'm
There we
back.
go.
Oh, welcome back.
All right, I'm just gonna
Hey!
It happens.
stay feathered. It's fine. I'll use whatever other feature this
Yeah,
just
don't
gave.
don't worry. Mess with it
I will
later.
not touch
Don't mess
it.
with it now.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
trying not to.
It's there. You look good. You look beautiful.
All right.
Have a cup.
Perfect.
Yeah, so like if you open them, Orkira's is like painted and decorated like a phoenix, and like some of her like cleric motifs, and then Elysia's is decorated with like wood or sorry like wolf like motifs, and then Uthal's is just really big.
Perfect.
Perfect. Just a big one.
Yep.
This is absolutely lovely, and I will treasure it forever as long as we get out of here before this place explodes.
Yeah,
In like
Orkira,
a minute, right?
as in fact, as you say that, 20 minutes.
So I'm gonna yell over the bar. I have like 4 cases of liquor in my hands. Walking by, I'm like, actually 20. I told the construction guy to go home, but still 20 minutes. I gave you a couple extra.
No, 1 minute. No, 1 minute. 20 minutes to get back to our place. We're gonna bring you back to our place, so you can drop stuff off and then like think about what you want to do next. But we gotta
Pilkins had
leave.
already picked up the broom when he heard 20 minutes, and then when he hears like Orkira's correction, he's like, oh well, fine, I guess. He puts down the broom.
Yeah. As people are doing their last few pounds of things into my handy haversack, I think by now we would know what the beginning signs of the destruction is.
Yes.
And
in
I was
fact,
just wondering
well,
if I noticed.
Well, what I was going to ask is, are you all leaving yet, or are you still doing stuff inside the tavern?
I mean, I think knowing that we're about 20 minutes away from things getting real bad, Orkira she's doing the thing you do at parties when you really want everybody to leave, but you're trying to be polite about it because it's Orkira. So she's slowly like moving people towards the door and, the handy haversack can't hold anything else up. All right, we gotta go. That one thing. Okay, sure. And it's just like gently, but firmly shepherding people to the door.
So as you were ushering towards the door, Orkira, you, with your extremely high passive perception,
It's only a 30.
It's only a 30.
Jeez.
You can spot through the open door, out in the street, these little black and red wisps of smoke-like energy that are starting to rise up from the ground. And you know that as death energy.
Oh, crap. I'll look over at Uthal and Elsie and say, yeah, we gotta go.
Oh, it's a minute sooner than it should be. Hold on. I'm just holding these cases. I'm like, I think I can run with these.
I think you probably just need to recalibrate your gnomish watch thing.
Yes, these things aren't very reliable. It's fine.
Elsie is going to be a wolf again, and then she's going to start like doing the big dog thing. Not like a collie where they're like nipping, but like the big dogs when they like lean against your legs so that you go in a particular direction. So she's going to go lean on Pilkin's legs like towards the door. Like, oh, there's a dog in the way. You better go the other direction.
Pilkins is clearly like moving his leg every time. He does not want to brush against any of that fur.
I'm right behind him with all the cases of alcohol and just like pushing him like, come on, let's go. We gotta go.
Fine, but please, I have a thing about being touched. Please, I'm leaving.
I'm pushing on you with the crates.
What are Pilkin's last thoughts as he leaves the tavern?
I think he's thinking to himself about various places to make a new start. So I think he's thinking to himself, boy.
So in other words, Pilkins is thinking purely about the future, nothing really about the past and the tavern itself.
Oh, I see. Yeah, in terms of like a sentimental, like a last glance back, he looks and there's like a little ghostly like montage that plays in his head of like the first time he got it. You know, he got the key, he like opened it, discovered it was a wreck, the horror on his own face, the amount of time that he spent investing it in, all that stuff. And you see like his frown gets like a little deeper and his eyes get a little more teary-eyed. And then he shakes his head and he's like, you know, I guess this place was a shithole. All right, let's go.
That's the spirit. Okay. And I imagine, or here's the last one out. And once again, despite everything, we'll close the door behind her
So
because she's that
Thank you.
polite.
Thank you, Okira.
so
I
It's
got
like
you
looking back, like
all-
that's not necessary.
No, but you know, it's sometimes it's the little things that count in dire situations like this.
So
Also,
you all
Pilkins,
rush-
I stole this for you, and I have his first gold coin that he made. Took it off broke it from your frame. Don't know if you want this.
He did that
Oh,
about
thank
a
you.
month ago.
Yeah, I noticed this
Yeah.
was missing a while ago. I'm happy you found it for me.
I took it.
Oh, Utho.
Oh, Uthal. So you all set off through Waterdeep towards the gate leading out to the east, and you do so very quickly. Pilkins, you're actually kind of getting a little perturbed at how much you're having to run and jostle all the things that you're carrying and everything like that. This is not the easy living you like. This is not how you prefer things. But you all make it out of the city, and the sky this day is overcast, and which for the other three adventurers is kind of a dreary way for this all to go down. And in fact, as you are moving through the fields past Waterdeep, it is starting to rain. And Pilkins, this is just a worse situation gone bad. Like your boots are now getting muddy, and it's a rough time. Like you're like, is this what adventuring is like? I hate this.
Yeah. I think he's
and-
looking around to see if there's like a carriage to hire for that one gold piece he has in his hand.
there is no carriage, and but you do see something as you crest the top of this hill. And all of you come to a very surprised stop. As stretching out in front of you, there is a massive army of the undead.
Well, that's not good. Mm.
This is something that the three of you deal with, right?
Yeah, but well,
Not
Uh,
on this time scale.
And
yeah,
then,
were we expecting the massive army of the undead this time?
no, this is different.
Oh, How-
There is a streak of purple energy that shoots up out of the sky and arcs through the air, and then comes down and lands near you in this puff of purple smoke. And standing there in front of you now, as the smoke begins to clear, is this emaciated form with this gold metal detail that is over this dead skin. And a glowing purple eye looks at you through the smoke. And several of you, through one way or another, definitely not Pilkins, recognize this form as Vecna. And he holds up his left hand with this gold inlay around the fingers, and he says, "Finally, Waterdeep shall fall."
there's a lot of irony in this moment right now, and I would love to stick around and watch the look on your face when there's no longer a face. But hey, and I'll look back at the three of my friends. Hey, you okay if I get us out of here real quick?
Oh,
Yeah, we have
Do it.
about 3 minutes, so might as well. I'm having a fun time with this, but I think we should probably go.
Yeah. And I'm gonna back us up 61 feet.
So you're just like, all right, have a good one, Vecna.
As this going over, like, okay, all right, you know,
we just
you got Waterdeep to go take care of. Absolutely. Okay, so long. Bye-bye. And then as soon as we're 61 feet away, I'm going to cast Word of Recall. And I've backed us up in such a way that my wings have kind of pushed us all into a nice little clump, and where you're all about 5 feet around me. And you see my eyes light up like with a little bit of golden fire. And then for all of you, if you accept the spell, gold fire washes over us. There's a bright flash of light, and then all of a sudden we're somewhere else.
So,
unless something goes wrong.
Yeah, I was actually just gonna ask, Pilkins,
God.
are you a willing ally for this?
I think he's actually known these folks for about like 3 months, we said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
3
yeah, I
months
think he
ago,
trusts.
they were getting ready to attack a very kindly ancient red dragon that was walking through the streets with a construction crew, and you ran out and were like, "No, hey, what are you doing? It's just a nice old dragon. Calm down." You worried that they were under the effects of some spell, so you brought them in and became quick friends.
Yeah, and I think of the three, he knows that Orkira has been like the most responsible and the most like respectful of his like insane rules of his tavern. So he definitely trusts like whatever she's trying to do right now.
I loved the smile on Rhiannon's face because it was like, big hundo, not over here. Straight
I mean-
chaos with us.
She recognizes this from her mother, but Alicia, she's like 20, and she's a half-elf 20. So there's that little bit of rebellion there. So
Yep.
Chaos Muppet for sure.
So as you all keep backing up, just kind of being like, "Oh yeah, no, Vecna, you got this. It's gonna be great for you and only you. No worries about any living people are just gonna die everywhere. You have a great," and then you're gone. And Vecna is left standing there with this confused look, and he goes, "Well, that was anticlimactic." And
Where we were, there's a bottle of alcohol just sitting there with a note on it that says like, "Congratulations on world domination."
P.S. Drink fast.
Yes, you'll need this.
So we cut to the interior of a quiet tavern. There are tables kind of strewn about. There's no dust or anything in here. There's a long bar along a far wall with bottles all around, glasses and everything. This cat jumps up on the counter and walks around and definitely acts as if it owns the place, and kind of curls up on the bar and just has a nice little shut eye, and then is immediately startled awake as these flames erupt in the tavern, and there are 4 people standing there, and you are all greeted after the sounds of rushing flame to this and then the crashing sound as it falls behind the bar.
Sorry, Romanov.
Probably times 2, because Alicia has a Tressum as well that she would have left back here.
Oh, yeah.
So the Tressum is not going to fall.
Yeah, no,
but
the Tressum's just kind of like flying in the air, just going.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cat with no wings.
I imagine I've set this up in like the far corner, but it's still such a violent reaction as we appear that every single time, sorry, Romanov.
Yeah, and Pilkins, you're standing in a tavern that you've never been in before, and also you're a little confused because you thought that your tavern was the only one that they went to.
Yeah, so I think Pilkins actually is not standing. Like, this is completely outside of his comfort zone. He feels like queasy and nauseous from this. He's like fallen onto his knees and his hands, and like afterwards, breathing heavily, he looks up, looks around, takes in all the details, and says, "Whoa, the 3 of you have prepared another tavern for me, just like my original tavern. Oh, how sweet of you 3."
That's half true. That's a half truth.
What do you mean half?
It's half. It's half. Here, let me. Uthal, do we know where we were gonna let him stay while someone goes and talks to Wit and we go?
No, just let him think it's his tavern as I'm putting crates on the bar, like, hey, got some alcohol from Multiverse 2383. This is the good ones. Start putting them in the back. Like, yeah, sure, let him have it.
Pilkins conjures a good berry and he eats it. Like the bitterness helps settle his stomach, and then afterwards he's like gets up and he's looking around for the spot to put his gold coin. It's like, oh, did you guys put a plaque up here for me to put my first gold coin in? Where's that plaque?
Not just yet. Why don't you stash that in a pocket? Is there? Do we know where Wit is? And is there a place where we normally go to watch the end of the universe?
So
I didn't say that out loud. I was thinking that in my head to the fourth wall. Shh.
The fourth wall morphs into the shape of me and says, yes, the back area of this tavern doesn't fit conventional space. And kind of has rooms pop up as they're needed. There's not a plethora of them. It doesn't want to have anything too showy. But you can assume that since Pilkins is in here, given that the tavern likes him enough, there's probably going to be a room for him at some point. But Wit is most likely in the back in his office.
Okay. I'll look at Elsie and Uthal and say, do one of you want to go tell Wit and I'll try to explain a few things? Because this is going to be a lot.
Yeah, sure. I'll go let him know. And
Yeah,
I'm pulling out
Elsie
like the
points at
nice
Uthal.
alcohol. I'll bring him a prize. He loves these new universe drinks. I haven't seen this one yet, so this can be good.
And then as soon as Uthal disappears in the back, I'll look at Elsie and say, I don't know, where do we start?
What do you mean?
And I'll just kind of indicate Pilkins and say, we've never had to explain what's going on to anyone. We've never had the time. We've never, rescued someone. So where do we start?
So
Okay.
in the meantime, Pilkins is taking the welcome mat and he's like putting it near the door, like welcome faced in.
You're like rifling around in my pack while we're talking.
He's setting up shop
I
again.
just opened up the flap for you as I'm saying this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Uthal's just in the background yelling Wit. Wit! Are you?
So Alicia's idea, so the back, it's kind of like my mom's house. Like my mom's house acts like that a little bit. So I'm thinking like we should like take Pilkins back there and just be like, tell him to open a door that looks good to him, and then maybe it'll be like comforting. And we can let him like settle in there, and then we can tell him in a way that we will figure out while he's settling in.
I think that is an absolutely excellent idea. Pilkins, hi, let's go get you a room. And I
Yeah,
will
back here.
Oh, excellent. I hope it has many closets.
I think we can make that happen. I think. I don't know, we'll try. And I will with Elsie shepherd towards the back and try to find him a room.
Yeah, so you go into the back of this tavern. It looks a little odd. You would probably expect there to be like a kitchen here or something like that, but instead it's just a long hallway that you might find in an inn. And as you're walking along, or Kara, you do notice there is a door that wasn't there before.
Elsie is like, yep,
Oh,
that's how it works.
Yeah. Seeing her nod, I'll look at Pilkins and say, hey, let's try this one. And I'll open the door for them.
Pilkins, you find the room that you had just about 10 minutes ago left. It doesn't have any of your stuff in it, but it is shaped exactly the same way. There is even a window that has light shining in where there should not be a window.
You mean like
Like
in his
you-
previous
like-
room there wasn't
yeah,
a window there?
Like you went in, like the tavern's here. You went in the back room, turned, came down, and then went into a room kind of that you're like, oh, maybe there's enough room between here and the bar. But then there's a whole window where the bar should be, and there's sunlight
Gotcha.
coming in.
Wow. Not only did you guys recreate my room for me, but you've magically enchanted a window to always give me sunlight. That's very thoughtful of you three. I didn't think you guys cared so much.
We do. Absolutely do. I should probably close the curtains. And I'm going to walk on over because I'm assuming those are windows that are actually looking out at whatever is outside.
No, it's just kind of letting in what you would say is daylight, but it's a little too bright to really see anything out of it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I was worried we were going to watch the end of the universe right here. And so noticing that, I'll say, yeah, so yeah, we were trying to ease when we found out what was about to happen. We're trying to make things a little easier on you. So yeah, magic is really nice.
It is quite nice. I mean, do you think you could all give me a moment? I need to just set up this room like exactly how I like it. And, I don't want to say that the two of you are in the way, but it's not the biggest room.
A voice from the doorway in a Scottish accent that I'm not going to do because it's too early and I haven't had enough coffee, says, "There'll be time for that later."
Who said that?
And you turn and look, and there is a mind flayer standing in the doorway.
What the?
And he is wearing a very colorful what am I thinking of? Coat. That's the word. Just colorful cloak with kind of like patchwork colors all over it. A vest and pants that would go with it as well. Just very flamboyantly dressed, but still a mind flayer. And there is and that cat from the bar is leaning up against its leg and just kind of purring along. And the mind flayer says, "My name is Wit, and we have kind of a lot of information to tell you in a short amount of time, and we should probably go back out to the tavern proper to tell you."
Wait, as soon as Pilkins saw the mind flayer, he jumps behind Orkira and Elysia.
Oh yeah, and Wit's fine with that. He just talks normally as you do it.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, he's gonna try to hide behind Orkira.
Well, and I am when I put my wings out. Like, I think at the moment where you said this is not a big enough room for everybody, Orkira had like started measuring with her wings. She's got this really impressive wingspan. The wings are almost like too big for her body in a weird way. And so there's a lot of her to block you. And she'll look over at Elysia and say, "I guess we should have started with Wit." Mm-hmm.
How are we to know?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Hey, Orkira,
yeah.
Are the three of you thralls of a mind flare?
No.
Just blink twice.
No. So your reaction is, and she's still like standing there being nice about blocking. So she's just kind of talking over her shoulder. Yeah, your reaction is very normal. That I'm kind of surprised you know what a mind flare is, but that will make things easier in a way.
Books.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you read those kind of books. Oh, well,
I gotta know why I want to stay in the city.
Well, here's the good news. That is not a mind flayer connected to an elder brain that we need to worry about.
Okay.
This is Wit. He actually owns the bar. And with that introduction, I'll pull back my wing like it's a curtain to let Pilkins and Wit introduce themselves.
And Wit just kind of leans around and is like,
Pilkins' frown gets even deeper somehow.
He goes, "I get that reaction a lot. Come on out to the tavern. There's something you should probably see. It's only respectful. And we'll explain a few things to you."
So you're not going to try to suck out my brain? Or...
No. Nasty business. Don't like it.
I agree. Okay. Well, I suppose this is all right after seeing your tavern and how immaculately conditioned you've kept it.
Oh, yes. Constant spells going off all around the place. They're keeping it clean. Can't stand the sight of dust.
Oh, me neither. I think I'm going to like you.
This is the fastest friendship I've ever seen, and it warms my heart.
He's going to lean over to Orkira and be like, it match made in heaven, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad if we could only save one person, that it's someone who's going to get along with Wit. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, like as Pilkins, follows Wit to the door, I think he's going to wait outside or like poke his head back in and then look at Orkira and Elicia,
Elicia.
Elicia, and Elicia, and then try to motion them out. Like, I, I don't know if I trust you all.
I mean, you
Stay
came
in my
along with
room.
us, so you might as well just be in for the rest of this really weird ride. But okay, and I'll follow.
Thank you. It's just something about having everything in my room just exactly the way I want it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Pilkins, I'll tell my Tressum not to go in there, but just FYI, she doesn't really listen because she's a cat. And also Anastasia Romanoff, I don't know, she might get in there too. Just
Oh,
saying.
Anastasia's already standing on the bed, staring daggers at Pilkins, being like, "I will sleep where I want."
We'll negotiate. We'll talk about it. Okay.
We'll teach you what her favorite treats are. You'll come to some kind of just understanding because really, I mean, it's a cat. Yeah. Sorry.
I understand. I've dealt with them before. I'm willing to just place favors or tributes outside of my door if she'll just stay out there.
Yeah. I've always thought that cats were in a weird way like fey creatures or, like elder gods, and you just have to deal with them how they want to be dealt with. Yeah. All right, anyway, let's yeah.
So out in the tavern proper with all of you there, Wit is standing by. There are windows that go along one side of the tavern that let light in, and you can see out into the field. And Wit gestures Pilkins specifically for you to come over and stand near him. He says, "So this is gonna come as a little bit of a shock." And as he says that, the whole tavern shakes, and you see that you are now rising up through the air.
But how?
Well, this is a tavern that doesn't like to stick around in any particular spot for too long. Kind of use it as a way of traveling quickly about the multiverse.
That sounds rather dangerous.
Oh, extremely. They don't even know how dangerous it is. If they did, I don't think they'd actually come with me. But we are, for the first time, taking someone with us. We've been going throughout these universes trying to find out what is going wrong in them, because something is destroying entire universes, and I have the unfortunate job of letting you know that your universe is about to, in 30 seconds, be destroyed.
The whole universe.
The entirety of it, yes.
My entire... Oh.
And
I think at this point, Orkira and Elicia and Uthal have drinks lined up ready for like the cheers to the end of the universe. And so I'll come over with two, one for me and one for Pilkins, and hand it on over and say, yeah, it sucks. We've been trying to find out why and stop it, but not yet.
Have you had any successes or any clues?
No,
the most that we've been able to put together is the death energy that starts to rise up throughout the entire universe just before it is being destroyed. I'm assuming you all didn't have a chance to grab any of that, which is fine. We have the next universe to try and do that for. We're trying to study this death energy and figure out maybe where the source of it is coming from, if it itself is what's destroying these, or if it's just a manifestation of what is killing these universes. And you can see outside now as Pilkins is kind of coming to terms with the words that are being thrown at him. Light is moving super fast by the windows. I guess kind of like hyperspace style from Star Wars and whatnot and all those other fun sci-fi things. Until eventually it all comes into focus with a little bit of a jolt to the tavern. And outside is this kaleidoscope of colors that seem to like slowly be swirling and moving, kind of like oil and water, that sort of motion to it and everything. But one thing that you can all see very specifically is this what looks like a bubble just kind of hanging out there with all of these points of lights all throughout it of different colors and shapes and whatnot. And Wit gestures to it and says, that was your universe.
Oh, that's my universe?
All of it. Every plane, every world, every outer plane, and all those other fun things, all existing within that one universe.
Oh, it's very dizzying, he says, like popping another good berry.
Yes, it is a little bit hard to come to terms with. And I at that point, think the drinks are being passed around, and Wit holds up a glass to your universe.
Also, the drinks I poured were from his universe, as the last alcohol from his universe is now here.
I love that.
That's very appropriate. I think, yeah.
The bar wall also has a bunch of different bottles of liquor with different universe names on them, because I've just been collecting them.
And yeah, does a toast to it, and kind of anticlimactically, that universe just pops and then is gone. No evidence of it whatsoever.
Was that it? Pilkins does not drink. He's just holding it, like just stunned.
That was unfortunately it. That was the it.
What? There's no way to get it back.
Not that we know of.
No.
And how many times has this happened, or how many times have you experienced it happening already?
Points to the wall.
Yeah, you actually see that there's about 53 tallies.
Whoa. You've survived 53 multiverse deaths.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Well, what would be more amazing is if we could figure out how to stop it before there's a 54 and a 55 and a 56. But normally we don't have as much time as we did in your universe. Usually we show up and we don't have a lot of time before it's going to happen, which is why we had enough time to get to know you, and we were hoping to find more tangible things to work off of. Because normally you can't save everybody. This place is only so big, and that's an entire universe. But we thought it'd be nice to finally be able to save someone.
Well, I thank you for saving me. And I wish you three the best of luck in your future adventures as you go off and search for the cause of this and save other people. I'm thankful that you brought me here to this sanctuary where it's nice and safe and incredibly tidy. I think I'm going to enjoy my time here.
Wit leans in and goes, You did catch the part there about the whole travel being extremely dangerous, and your life is at risk literally every moment you're in here.
We hadn't gotten to that part yet, Wit.
Pilkins drinks now.
I'm gonna walk up and grab a bottle from the wall and be like, "This is the last alcohol from my universe, so you're coming with us, buddy." Just pour him some more.
Your universe is fine.
All right. Huh. Start drinking. Never mind. It's just I'm just gonna go back up and put it back up.
I lean over to Elysia. I think he forgets on purpose just so that he can have that moment over and over and over again.
Makes sense to me. I mean,
I
I'm
just keep
happy my
forgetting.
home is okay, but I wasn't going to say that. Only she just said it so she could be overheard. But
I think at least one of mine is okay, but I've kind of gone to a couple, so I haven't had a chance to check in on them yet. Yeah. Because Orkira has been floating between two different universes for a while.
Oh boy.
So I'm the only
Wolf's
one
just been
here
on
who's had
vacation.
my universe destroyed. Okay.
To be fair, I don't actually know where my universe is, so it could have been one of those. If that makes you feel any bit better.
And it's, you know what? It's a chance for you to find a new home as soon as we find someplace that isn't going to be destroyed.
Ooh. So each of the multiverses is like a little bit different, so I have a chance to find a place that's perfect for me.
Yes. There could be a multiverse out there that is exactly as the one that you left, except for the fact that the door at your tavern squeaks, and that's the only difference. But it could also be that everything completely and utterly is different in every way, shape, and form, and you'll never recognize your home again.
It's better when the dragons are smart. Just saying. Like my great aunt Vi,
You're right.
like she's awesome.
Orkira does not say anything, but you can very clearly see that she's just got this thoughtful, like, we'll agree to disagree face.
And to be clear, Elysia, like you can see her dragon scales. Like she is very clearly a dragon sorcerer. If Pilkins like has any frame of reference for that, but
Yeah, I think he does. He does. He's seen enough adventurers and he's read enough about it. So we're gonna go find me a multiverse for me to reside in from now on, right?
Well, that's something
Sure.
we can do. Kind of need to keep going on this trail of dying universes and figuring out what it is. So that that way, if we do find you a good universe, there's no chance of it being destroyed.
Yeah, we'd hate to drop you off somewhere and then have to come back and pick you up in a hurry.
To be fair, that would there be some real funny irony to that, but also it'd result with you being killed. So not as funny, but
Definitely not. That sounds like it's a lot of adventure.
oh yes, quite grand. Yes, big
It's fun.
sweeping adventure. There's danger around every corner. You'll never be able to sleep with both eyes closed, sort of thing. Real fun stuff.
Yeah.
Pilkins
Best part
finishes
about it.
downing the rest of the alcohol.
Best part about it is that you get no recognition whatsoever for anything you've done. So that's always fun.
Although sometimes that's a good thing, depending on how we fixed things.
All right.
So far, we haven't fixed anything, but not
Yeah, I
going
was thinking
well.
about more
Right.
stuff that I've done before we started doing this.
I blew up that one tavern. That was fun. Remember that, you guys?
Once again, your definition of fun and mine completely different. That was
well, it was destroyed anyway. So
It was
was
going to be
n-
destroyed. It was more.
necessary. It was a really good distraction, and it was very warm. I don't think the people who had to run away from it were very happy, but I liked the way you thought on your feet in that moment.
Yeah.
Very.
But honestly, at this point, they probably, don't care as much about that tavern anymore, given circumstances of their universe.
Yes, they're all dead. We got that. Yes.
Yeah. But I got some alcohol from that one too. This one has a citrusy flavor to it. You wouldn't expect it, but I get the exact same brand from every universe, and they're all slightly different. So weird. Don't know why that happens. I'm not a
Pilkins just-
scientist.
Pilkins just silently pushes his mug over to him for a refill. All
Here
of
you
this
go.
is
meanwhile, the Trussum, which looks kind of like a flame point Siamese, is coming around and like flying around to everybody. And this Trussum has never been fed in its life. It really, 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 really wants you to know that. Like, you two
Yeah.
Pilkins. Like, should you have food? Like, this Trussum is wasting away. And Elysia just sort of like pushes it away.
Goodberry. This is all I eat. It's my favorite food. I like it bitter and tasteless and healthy.
You
I
you
mean,
should only have one of those a day. It's actually not healthy if you have more than one a day. I have a couple druid friends who've told me about that. Penelope insisted that I only have one a day. You get some weird gas going on when you have more than one.
I happen to enjoy that feeling.
I mean, to each their own. And I'll look over at Elysia and say, still can't feed your Tressum marshmallows, right? That's still on the no food list.
I think no. I mean, I
Okay.
don't really know. I mean, the Tressum Elysia will be like, oh, that's Cameron. So Cameron like will like rub up and be like, you could try giving me marshmallows.
I could try, but if it kills you and we gotta resummon you, don't get to be angry at me, okay? And I will reach into my bag and pull out this really small purple and gold bag that looks very, very small, like it couldn't hold anything, and reach in with 2 claws and pull out a marshmallow and hand it on over to the Tressum and say, it's going to be stale.
So yeah, there's a good berry next to that marshmallow too. Or maybe maybe Pilkins like puts it on top of the marshmallow.
It's like a little cupcake.
Yeah.
The Tressum will eat the good berry and then sort of like lick the marshmallow and then sort of like look at it and then she's gonna snub it.
Whoa.
I feel very personally attacked right now.
Whoa.
and unblinking, not bothering and not caring that a cat has licked this marshmallow, Orkira will pick it up and pop it in her mouth. You can't let marshmallows go to waste.
It's fair. At that point, Wit goes around the counter of the bar and says, "Well, I guess there's no time like the present. How do you all feel about trying this again?"
Yeah, I think I got time. I'm looking at my watch.
I mean, do we want to give Bilkins a chance to at least settle in? Or is this like, well, we might as well just jump. I mean, I at least got to get all of his stuff out of my bag.
Yes.
Oh yes, I would
Oh,
love
and
it
we
if you
need
didn't
to
carry
we
that.
need to go somewhere where like we can have like a makeover consultation if there's enough time.
I mean,
Who's getting the makeover?
tell you
Yeah.
what. Yeah, we'll. The timeline of that last one was off a little bit. Who knows how it's gonna sync up with the next one? Let's take a night and we'll come back to it. And then try New Universe tomorrow.
New Universe in the morning. Yeah. Mm.
Fantastic. In that case, I will be in my office if anyone needs me. And he's just gonna take his leave. What do the rest of you do?
I'm going to be stocking the shelves with the bottles from their universe.
Yeah.
Putting
So-
stuff together. behind the
Uthal,
bar.
when you grab alcohol, is there like you talked about like a specific brand, but is there like, do you go for wine? Do you go for ale? Do you go for anything weird? What do you normally go for?
I'm thinking probably just like the same. I don't know if like a whiskey or something like that.
Oh, good choice. Yeah.
Just the same brand and everything. But I'm thinking every universe has a different flavor to it, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it as to why, for absolutely no reason. And so I've just been collecting tons of those and just putting them on the shelf and, doing my research, despite not being very smart. He's still just like, this is interesting.
Yeah, but you're very good at identifying flavor profiles, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, this one's more citrusy. It's interesting how that as I'm chugging it. yeah, hold on. Definitely more yeah, okay.
Yeah, before I go, don't bogart that. Hey, gimme. And
Oh yeah, here you go.
I'll get like a shot's worth and set the top on fire and then down it.
Love it.
Nice.
All right.
But I also noticed that this one whiskey company is in every single universe we've been to, and so that's why I've been collecting it.
What's the name of the whiskey company? Do you know?
Not yet.
Okay. That's fair.
I'll come back to you when I figure out a good name for
we'll
it.
get that one. We'll figure that one out.
Oh, I did have a mead. There was a mead name that I thought was hilarious called Madmen's Mead. And I saw it posted at some point, and apparently you roll like a D100 and it has different effects for every single roll you get.
Oh, awesome.
Maybe not that
And-
one. We might do something
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
We'll figure out
Yeah,
the name.
I'll have-
We'll figure out that name of that multiversal whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is everybody else doing at this point?
Well, Alicia has like taken Tamarin into her arms and just like petting her, and then she's like baby talking to her, and then she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna get you," and she throws. Whoops! She hits her headphones. She throws Tamarin into the air, and then she's a wolf, and then like this wolf is like running around and like shaking itself, and so wolf hair is probably sort of like floating towards Pilkins. Sorry, and basically just like roughhousing and rampaging around with her tressum around the room, and like leaving everybody alone except for the wolf hair. Like she knows that like this is her thing, and she's got something to do with it, but she's not going to be like attacking or Kira's tail or anything. So
Pilkins, you also notice that the cat that has been referred to as Anastasia and Romanov is laying on the other side of the room, just staring at the two other animals playing, and just being like,
Pilkins matches her gaze. He also goes,
The two of you are going to get along great. It'll be fine.
I've never met so many kindred spirits in one place.
I mean, there were a bunch of reasons why we wanted to grab and save you, and that's probably one of them. Here, let's go drop off your stuff, and I'll shepherd. If you're okay with it, I'll shepherd Pilkins back to his room and just start pulling out pounds and pounds of things out of the handy haversack, and I'll put them on the bed in a somewhat respectful order, letting you put it away wherever you want. And as I'm grabbing things, I'm like, oh, is there anything else that you weren't able to grab that would be helpful and make you feel better?
No, you've all been great. I feel just about as bothered as I did in Waterdeep, which I guess is good. And I know you all are trying your best. And he takes the clothes and he's like putting them in the various closets and storage spaces.
You don't have as many as you did before either, because it is only this one room of the tavern that it has recreated. It did not create the others.
How many hangers are there? They're just like not even.
Oh yeah,
close.
no, they're we'll say that there's still like 4 closets in here. 2 built-ins, 2 that you assembled yourself.
So I guess he takes the bulk of his wardrobe. He's able to fit it in, and you notice that all of it, although it seems to be that sort of gray blue, there's like a tiny variant, tiny enough that he himself like notices it, and he puts it in like this from darkest to light like order. So you could like catch that if you're like looking at his closet and sort of scanning it from left to right. And then he takes that one. What did we say it was?
Pink and yellow.
He takes that one pink and yellow outfit. He looks at it, frowns, shakes his head, but then he hangs it up, like at the end of one of the.
Maybe you keep the pink but get rid of the yellow. Maybe it's just a clash of the 2 colors, like because both of them are nice colors, but the pink is really nice.
I'll tell you what, Orkira, take this, put this back in your bag, and maybe we can find a multiverse where I can get it, the color corrected on it. So he hands it back to her, and
I will add that to my bag. Okay.
A pink and yellow Pilkins outfit.
Pilkins outfit. That will save the multiverse in about 5 episodes. And you'd probably watch, even though it's a handy haversack, and she doesn't really need to take anything out to put anything back in, she'll kind of do a reorganization and is pulling out all kinds of weird things, like the collapsible 10-foot pole, and she puts back, and then like this really fancy dress, and she puts that back, and then like a chunk of gum, like a big wad of gum about the size of her head, and then she puts that back, and eventually she stashes it in there. It says, okay, do you have any other questions? Because otherwise I'm not going to know what to tell you, because we've never done this before. So this is new. This is very new.
So do you happen to know what the next multiverse is that we're going to? Is there like a menu that we can select from, rated from safest to most bothersome?
Hold on a second. Let me ask the 4th wall. DM. How do we select universes?
Normally it's kind of a randomized button. There's a button behind the bar that Wit presses, and it takes you all to a multiverse. However, he did say that the next one, a lot of dead things there. Undead things. They're dead, but they're not dead. But there's a lot of them everywhere.
And so Orkira turns back to, as she just kind of cocks her head and you see her listening to nothing. You're not quite sure. She looks
Orkira.
back. Yeah, sorry. Thinking. We don't have that much control over where we end up. Like,
Great.
yeah, there are some flaws in the system, admittedly. I don't even know how much Wit actually knows about how to drive this tavern. I also don't know if driving is the
Great.
correct term. Every time I say that, I should, come up with a new one. All I know is the next place we're going, I'm not gonna like.
And if you don't like it, I doubt I'll like it either.
Yeah.
But we have to go.
Well, yeah, we need to figure out what's going on with this death energy and the destruction of the universes because, yeah, we've gone through this 53 times. I don't want to go through it another one, but yeah, we haven't
Okay.
gotten any closer.
Well, I happen to have some of my old adventuring outfits from when I tried this profession, in the past.
Wait, you used to adventure? I don't know if I heard any of your stories about that.
Only enough to know that it's not for me. It's quite bothersome.
Listen, if I've learned anything in all the time that I've been doing this, it's not for everyone. It's actually not for anyone. No one should be doing what we do. It's just some of us end up doing it because we're either forced to or feel like we have to, or we've got friends we're trying to protect who keep running into danger, and then the only way that we can do this is by following them.
That sounds about right to me. I suppose, if you just give me a little bit of time, I can rummage through my stuff, throw together like a adventuring outfit and be properly prepared. And I suppose I'll go with you.
Yeah. I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if I count the cats. All those heads are better than what we've had before, right? So the more people thinking about this, maybe you'll think of something we haven't thought of. And then we could actually have some leads. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a direction. But yeah, I'll let you get your stuff settled. And Orkira looks, out of curiosity, of everything that she's pulled out of the bag, what's like the weirdest thing that you insisted we bring from your tavern?
The weirdest thing. So I think that there's a number of items from the Lost and Found that are quite striking and odd looking. One of them includes a belt with just like a really, really huge gleaming golden belt buckle on the front of it. There is a really long, thin golden staff that has like a 5-fingered prong at the end of it, and then there's something in there that looks like a rubber band ball but made of iron.
And she doesn't touch it, but she'll kind of point at that last thing, the rubber band iron ball, and go, yeah, your stuff, all your stuff, whatever it is. You'll have to tell me about that later. She gives it like this concerned look as she doesn't know what it is, and then, all right,
It's from the Lost and Found. I think I'll bring it with us in case it's useful in our adventure, but I'm not quite sure what it is myself.
I mean, you could probably throw it at it. It seems heavy. You could probably throw it at someone really hard, knock them on the noggin. I don't know if an undead would really be hurt too much by it, but it's always worth a try.
Good tip. I'll remember that.
Okay. All right. I'm just down the hall or next to you or across the hall, depending on what's going on with the house. So if you need anything, just knock.
Thank you. What are these other doors in this hallway? Like, where's the washroom if I need it?
Hold on, let me ask the fourth wall again.
The other doors here are mainly the other living spaces for each of you, and they resemble a place that you find most comforting. The washroom is at the end of the hall and takes on a different appearance every time someone uses it.
Please say it has indoor plumbing.
Yeah.
There was that one time it didn't, though. That was unpleasant. So after
That was the worst week of my life.
it just was like stuck on repeat.
Yeah, when you're traveling through the multiverse and not actually in a universe, the last thing you want is to have to go to an outhouse in order to take care of your business.
Yeah, you never think of that when you're traveling through multi dimensions.
Oh,
Right?
First
I
thing
thought
I
I-
thought of.
I thought of everything with traveling until that one. That was a new one. Mhm.
So Orkira takes her leave, and Pilkins, you have a few moments of getting the stuff together, but the outfit and the items from the lost and found are still on your bed, and they catch your eye, and you're like, maybe I should just, see how it feels. Maybe I do feel like an adventurer again. And you get that outfit on, you put the belt on, and you seem to get like a little that wasn't there before. There's a little bit of muscle on you now.
That's nice.
No. You hitch the iron rubber band ball on your belt. You're holding the staff, and for a moment, you look into a mirror that's in the room. You look like an adventurer. You don't know if you quite feel like one yet, but you have the look for sure. You could pass for one. If you entered the tavern like that, you would absolutely assume you were an adventurer.
People are going to mistaken me for an adventurer and ask me for all sorts of bothersome favors.
But there's this like one moment of like, maybe I could do this. And you decide you want to kind of get the consensus of the others who are themselves adventurers to make sure that you are indeed on the right track. And you open the door of your room, and standing immediately in front of you, taking up the entire space of the doorway, is this massive, muscular man covered in armor with spikes coming off of it that seem to have dried blood on the end of them, with this
Orkira!
giant helm and a staff with a kind of a C shape at the end with teeth on the inner side of it, and it slams the staff down on the ground loudly and says, "By order of the Lady of Pain, you are under arrest." And that's where we're gonna take a quick break.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Orkira!
Orkira hears Lady of Pain, and you see her whole body just slump, like, oh no.
Oh god.
Uthal just gets excited, like, oh yeah.
No, not that kind. Nope. There's no consent here. Nope.
So stick around. We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, and we'll be right back with more multiversal adventures. Stick around.
Yeah.
And welcome back to more multiversal adventure, and totally not anything bad happening at all ever. Nope, it's totally fine. Before we get back into the game, though, Yang-Yang, you have some things that you want to talk about real quick.
Just sure, yeah. Quick announcement, or I guess quick reminder: we do have a dice giveaway going on by Orkira's Deities dice.com. So
Don't go to that URL. Do not go to that URL.
Somebody claim it quick.
yeah.
Wait, hold on. All right, I'll claim it. Okay. Sorry.
So phoenixdice.com, just use !ticket in the chat, and you should get yourself a free raffle ticket for that drawing, and we will do that at the end of the stream.
Yeah, well, we will in the future. Now we will play a game.
Spoiler alert, come on.
It's kind of fun. We're pre-recording this, so there's timey-wimey stuff with us. Kind of fits the vibe,
Oh my god, we have to fake the drum roll, like, we're picking now!
Maybe it's now, I don't know!
Thank you, whoever's running that in the future. Thank you. Thank you, future Yang Yang.
Just get a recording of and the numbers are
We just
4, 8, 2, 6.
Yeah, he's just like,
9.
I love it. Okay, well, let's get back and see what is going on with this multiversal tavern. We're actually gonna pick up in the tavern proper, where there is a wolf chasing a flying cat, and Uthal behind the bar doing what it is Uthal does, which is God only knows.
He's
Well,
drinking.
I mean, you are God in this universe, so what does he do? Sorry.
He's
Uh,
drinking alcohol from different universes,
Fair.
as one should.
Comparing the flavor palettes.
and off in the corner there is a slightly annoyed looking cat that thinks to herself, I was gonna rule Russia one day. And about that time, just after she has that thought, there is suddenly a portal that opens up in the middle of the tavern. This bright, swirling blue portal, and almost seconds after it opens, people start coming out of it, and they are all wearing the spiky iron armor that has dried blood on the spikes with these stabs that have, this little claw-like thing that has teeth inside of it, with helms that cover their faces completely, and they are ripped. And the parts that you can see them, they are ripped. And they about 3 of them file out of here, and in unison say, "By order of the Lady of Pain, you are under arrest." And what does everyone do in the tavern proper when that happens?
I'm gonna start setting up glasses and just start pouring. Like, each one, like 6 of them. All right, just pulling up like drinks, you guys, drinks.
Orkira, you heard someone say, "By the order of the Lady of Pain, you are under arrest," from the outside of your door.
Oh. Orkira was just in the process of like taking off her bag and like getting comfy, although she's pretty much comfy all the time, and that happens. And then she just reattaches the bag. Oh, not again. I'll go to the door and open the door. Oh.
Yeah, you see the backside of this well-armed person that is standing at Pilkin's door that is across from yours. And they seem very stern and terrifying. What do you do?
I'm gonna look around the giant armored figure to see if I can see Pilkins.
Yeah, you see a Pilkins who is aghast.
You could probably see him like between this dude's legs because Pilkin's so short and this thing's so tall.
I don't know anything about this. Hi, you come from the lady? Why? What happened?
The person turns around, slams its staff down. "By order of the Lady of Pain, you are under arrest."
What are the charges?
Quick question, Orkira, because I don't know all of your adventures. Have you?
There's a lot.
Have you ever encountered the mercy killers of the Lady of Pain?
So she knows who they are because she spent some time on Sigil, but she's never encountered them. What she has encountered is the Lady of Pain.
Yep.
And it was terrifying, and it was the worst thing ever of all time.
So you can put together pretty easily then that this is a mercy killer.
First off, how'd you get in here? And second, what are the charges?
Just as you ask that, from down the hall towards where you would go to the tavern, a door flies open and wit is thrown out of it and hits the wall as there's kind of this magic blast coming from inside. And he looks down the hallway, throws his hand out, and a spell flies from his hand and hits the mercy killer that throws it down the hall. And he goes, "Run now, this way."
There's kind of a mercy killer in the door.
No, that he threw the mercy killer. It's now down the hall, out of the way.
Okay. I'm gonna look down the hall and be like, I'm at least gonna try to find out why. Pilkins, come on.
This doesn't normally happen, I take it?
No.
Okay. He's gonna just bolt after her.
Okay. The two of you rush, following Wit, who scrambles to his feet, and you can see from the door that he was thrown out of, there are 3 mercy killers in there who are now trying to make their way over a desk and around some furniture. And as you all make it into the tavern proper, you see there are 3 more mercy killers standing out there, and I'm assuming everyone that was out there already is just kind of staring at them.
Just like, you guys expect company or anything?
Alicia was gonna run for the back to go tell Wit, so like the wolf would like howl, but then is Wit's coming this way? Okay.
Yep.
So then she's gonna sort of stop and do a little bit of a like, Oh, I am but a dumb animal. I am a pet. I cannot be arrested.
Give-
Sort of like do a little dog shake.
Give me a performance check.
Be arrested.
Alright, let's see.
The shackles will just fall off my paws.
You can't be
Exactly.
arrested. You are not from the pound.
Dang it.
That is a 21.
Oh yeah, the Mercy Killers look at you and then just ignore you. And as you all kind of scramble in here, you get near the bar, kind of in a group. Uthal on the other side of the bar itself, and these Mercy Killers start to file into the room, and Wit kind of keeping an eye around. He goes, okay, this is extremely bad. I did not account for this happening. I need you all to keep them busy for like a minute. And they are all now in unison saying, by order of the Lady of Pain, you are under arrest.
Why? Give me the why. It's supposed to be like a writ. We need the writ.
We need to cover and go over each one of the individual clauses and deeply examine them.
One of the Mercy Killers pulls out of somewhere in its armor a scroll and unfurls it, and it falls down like a waterfall and rolls down onto the floor of the tavern for a couple of feet. And it has this wording on it that you can't quite decipher. And that Mercy Killer says, "Multiversal trespassing."
How does she know we're traveling multiverses if they keep getting destroyed?
And it's just like she knows these things. It's really bad. She kind of really hates me. Just distract them. And one of them, seeing this, is going to take its staff and try and shove it at Wit, and kind of like towards his throat.
Oh.
And in that case, we're gonna roll some initiative.
Oh.
I was gonna throw Pilkins at this contract.
Yeah, Pilkins definitely like steps forward and volunteers to read it.
Wow. Well, that's me. Okay.
18 for Pilkins.
Yeah, how would you like us to give you initiative?
Give me one moment, and I will ask for it. One of the problems is the link that I had set up for the stat block is apparently not good anymore.
Uh-oh.
So give me one quick moment as I do this.
It's okay. I needed to change out my dice because this is my first roll of the game, and it's spoiler alert, a natural one.
Oh no!
Oh.
There.
Those digitals.
Okay, let me roll this for them real fast. Neat. That's actually very good for you all. Okay. Let's go with Pilkins first.
Okay. So yeah, Pilkins, upon seeing like the writ unfurl across the floor, his eyes actually get like a little bit excited because he loves like reading like fine detail, and yeah, so he like steps up and volunteers to take it from him. He goes, Mr. Killer, sir, can I please take a look at that? I'm willing to go with you as long as everything checks out.
His response to that is good to take his staff and try and grab you with it as well.
Oh my goodness.
So what is your initiative?
My initiative is an 18.
18. Okay. Then we're gonna go to Rand, how do you see your character's name again? Elysia?
Alicia.
Alicia, there we go. What did they get for initiative?
3.
3, okay. Or Kira.
I also got a 3,
Oh,
but I
this
rolled
is
a natural 1.
lovely. Uthal.
21.
There it is.
Yeah.
Bookended it. Okay. All right.
Okay, then Uthal, it is your turn. You are surrounded by 7 Mercy Killers that are kind of arced out around the bar. You are behind it. And they each have this like it kind of seems like maybe it's like a people catcher.
Okay. And so there's like 2 of them that have their staffs on
one of them is
friends
going
nearby?
towards Wit, and one of them is going towards Pilkins.
Okay. Are they focusing just on them?
Those 2 are currently, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a bottle and chuck one at the one on Wit, or at Pilkins actually,
Okay.
and jump the bar with my sword out and go for a sneak attack.
Okay, I will say you are dual wielding with a bottle
Yeah.
and your rapier. Go ahead and give me an unarmed dex attack. So just
Okay.
I'm gonna say you don't get your proficiency. Just roll d20 and add your dex, which is still
Okay.
ridiculously high.
Let me see. So unarmed strike, would I hit?
Yeah. So no, just roll a d20 and then add whatever your dex is.
Okay, I'll just roll it for my dexterity thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I got a nat 1.
Oh,
All right, the bottle goes flying past the Mercy Killer, who just looks at it and is like, "Was that supposed to be intimidating?" Go ahead.
As
and
my
make your...
sword's going for
Yeah.
his face.
Yeah.
Now as you're leaping over the bar, go ahead and give me an attack with your rapier.
Okay, let's see. Oh, well, that landed weird. Okay, so I got a 14.
That's total.
Yeah, that's the total, I guess. It rolled
your
weird.
rapier is not able to pierce the armor of this Mercy Killer and just kind of goes off to the side.
Dang it. Should have had that extra drink.
But you are now on the bar in very much a heroic fashion.
Just, yes.
Pilkins, there is a person catcher coming at you. What do you want to do?
I think the first thing he's going to do is panic, and he's gonna say, "Wait, Mr. Mercy Killer, Mrs. Mercy Killer." But then he's going to dodge to the side while casting greater invisibility.
Oh, okay, I love it. Pilkins just kind of disappears. And in that case, wow, we dropped down quite a bit. It's me.
it's a you.
It's a me. So Wit is fiddling with what seems to be a ring on his thumb, and is like trying to do some like hand motions with it to seem to get it to activate. And in the meantime, that Mercy Killer is gonna try and attack him. So
I need to know what the attacks are and if they hit because I have reaction.
so this attack would definitely hit Wit.
Okay. I'm going to see that happening, and one of my wings shoots out and tries to interpose in between as I'm going to use my protective wings and
Okay.
give him a +5 to his AC.
Oh, that is just perfect. Just perfect enough.
Nope.
Yeah. Arcana does a full nope to that, and the person catcher just hits the wing. You feel a little nick on the wing, but nothing too worrisome about. And
I
then,
mom nope the
you
the
mom
Mercy Killer.
nope. And then the other one is Pilkins has vanished, so you know what? He's actually gonna spend his turn with disadvantage. Trying to see you, which I don't think is going to do any good because you said it was greater invisibility.
It is.
I was going to say maybe if they got a nat 20, but no, they did not. They got bad. Granted, they would have had to get 2 nat 20s. So that one is just kind of looking around now, confused, still holding the scroll upright. And then the others, we're just gonna do some attacks towards y'all. So one is gonna go for Uthal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, naturally.
That is a 24 to hit.
Just barely hit me. It's
So it goes to grab you, and it definitely strikes. And like I said, there's blades inside of it. You're gonna take 12 slashing damage. From this person catcher, and then an additional 10 lightning damage as it shocks you.
okay.
Wow.
Let's see.
Actually,
I'm gonna use my.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna do my uncanny dodge from the initial
Yep.
hit
Absolutely.
to
So
half that
knock
to
that
a
down
6.
to 6.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Well, I realized there is a wolf in here that is just a nondescript, totally harmless, normal wolf that the Mercy Killers aren't at all worried about. So in that regard, a lot more attacks are coming at you and Orkira and Wit because currently
Sorry.
you're the only 3 threats that they can see.
I mean, that's fair.
All
That's
right,
fair.
Orkira, here comes one at you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, how close are they to me? Like, Uthal
They're
and
they're
Orkira.
they're near enough. Like they would be about 10 feet away each.
Oh, okay.
what was
that's
the
not close.
lightning damage again?
10.
Sorry. 10. Okay.
Orkira, that is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
12 slashing and 10 lightning. And we're just gonna do
Ow!
another one on you from one of the other ones. Ooh, that's a 14 to hit. I don't think that hits Orkira.
That does actually.
Oh,
She's
that's
not
right.
wearing her normal armor. She's in her
Whoa.
new outfit, which is not quite as protective, but
Yeah.
is much more flexible and easier to put on in the morning. Let me tell you, trying to get the armor on around the spikes and it's bad. Anyway, yes.
So then that
ouch.
is going to be another 12 and another 10 lightning.
Ooh.
Uthal.
Yeah.
That is a 21 to hit.
Jesus.
12 slashing and 10 lightning to you. Let's see, that's 2.
Okay.
4.
I'll use my action to have that again.
Okay. Oh no, you
Since I
only
just
have one
keep-
reaction. You only get to do that
Oh,
one
really?
once. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
Then I'll
it's
use
a turn.
stones endurance.
Fine, I'll use my
Nice.
other option.
I'll use whatever the other one I want to do. 1d12 plus 3.
Oh yeah, you get to take that off of it. That's right. Okay. Now we are gonna go.
7.
Does Alicia or Kira want to go first? It's up to the two of you.
Well, you know what, Alicia, what's your dex?
What is it? All right. Come on, scrolling. Sorry.
It's okay.
15.
These things happen.
Yeah, you're faster than me, so you go first.
Okay. So, Alicia, what would you like to do?
Well, this is, super great, like being unnoticed, but I'm gonna have to do something about that. So I want to specify that I can do resist my elemental affinity damage if I spend a sorcery point for 1 hour. So I'm spending the sorcery point, so gain resistance to lightning.
Nice.
Smart.
And
Yeah.
then she's gonna cast a new spell to me, but it seems pertinent. She's gonna cast Scatter. So that works on 5 creatures if they fail a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And I teleport them, whoever fails, to an unoccupied space that I can see within 120 feet. Must be on the ground or on a floor. So basically I'm moving them. I
Oh,
can't
damn.
like drop them or something.
I was about to
but-
say, I'm just like, oh my god, can you just drop these guys out in the middle of the multiverse?
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
She can't hit them all, but she's going to focus on the ones that are near Wit.
Okay.
Because he said distract him, so she's going to like pull him and like throw him towards the front of the tavern, away from them.
Love it. Okay, here we go. The first one rolled a nat 1.
Yes.
This is why I like being a DM. I enjoy the ones. Oh my god, I rolled another 1.
Yes.
Jeez.
Thank you, Trevor's dice.
Yeah, keep those dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the other one got an 18. I don't know what the DC on this one is.
It's a 17, so they made it.
And then I rolled another 1.
What?
Thank you, Trevor's dice.
Wow.
These are the dice I use for playing too. Like, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
Nope, keep using them. I like
Oh my god, it's another 1!
Oh my god.
I rolled
Okay.
4 1s and a 19.
Oh my god.
The dice want us to live.
I
Okay.
guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 of these
Amazing.
just completely not paying attention, because really I don't usually tell you scores on things. They rolled a 0 technically.
That's awesome.
And yeah, so they're as far away in the other corner of the tavern as possible, I'm assuming.
Yeah, basically. And to be clear, like she can't cast as a wolf. Like wolf can't do the motions of somatic or anything. So she is now a half elf.
Okay.
And so now pretty obviously a threat.
A half elf appears and goes, "No!" And then poof, 4 of them are on the other side of the room. One of them's like, huh. It felt something going on there. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay, then we're gonna go to Orkira.
I'm going to look over at Uthal and say, oh, that looks bad. That looks super bad. And I'm gonna I'm assuming I've gotten permission from everybody to touch them for healing purposes and in battle kinds of things. Awesome. I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder, and fire is going to erupt out of my hand and then over you. And what do you think your worst wound is at this moment?
You mean between players or just that they have?
Well, it's up to you. I'm just for flavor is what I'm asking.
Well, which character are you doing this to right now?
Uthal. I'm healing Uthal.
Oh, Uthal,
So
he's got a bad some bad stuff going on in his neck right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've gotten hit by both of them at this point. I'm just like, ah!
So most of that fire kind of swoops up and wrings your neck and gets sucked into your wounds, and you're going to get 32 health back because I
perfect.
cast that at 5th level.
Nice.
And you see that she kind of pats her back pocket because she finally has something with pockets as she does that. And then I am going to assume that because I live in this place that the ceilings are taller than 5 feet or 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna 15 feet up into the air, so I'm out of range of most of the pokey sticks.
Pokey sticks.
Yeah, because the pokey sticks are bad, and I think all the rest of those are actions. Yes, and I am done.
Okay. Now we're gonna go back up to the top with Uthal. You're standing on the bar. 4 of the 7 mercy killers have been relocated to another corner of the tavern. In fact, it was the corner where Anastasia was, but you don't see her there anymore.
So there's still the 2 in front of me.
There are still 3 around you. Yes.
Okay. And is anyone else around me too, the party wise?
I
10
believe
feet.
everyone is except for Orkira, who's up in the air. Pilkins, you don't know where Pilkins is right now.
All right. That's good then, because I'm still gonna have my sneak attack then. So looking this guy dead in the eyes, and we're like, ow! Just sneak attack him in the face.
Just sneak
Get
attack him
him.
in the face.
Get him.
Let's see what we roll.
It's always been the most
Ooh.
ridiculous rule for me in 5th edition. It's just like, yeah, as long as you got a friend around, sneak attack.
Sneak attack. I rolled a 23.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna do 7d6.
Nice.
Yeah, and if you're
the mercy killer even tried to like block your attack with the person catcher, but you were able to like kind of feint around and get an attack in there.
Perfect. Plus a d8. Let's roll that. Oh yeah, 32 plus 6, so 38 damage.
nice.
Very nice, respectable amount of damage right there.
Yeah, and then I'll go with the backswing with my rapier of lifesteal.
I just love 8.5 foot tall Goliath rogue dual wielding rapiers.
Yeah, one of them's smoking, and you hear whispering coming from it
It's true.
because it's a demon rapier. It's amazing.
Orkira constantly asks you to turn your rapier down because it's way too loud.
At this point, I can't hear anything. Like, oh, you mean the whispers in my head? Nah, they're fine.
Does Rakira take the marshmallows and like put them in her ears to drown out the noise?
It's just whispering like,
If-
kill, 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 kill.
If it would help, I would, but it wouldn't. So
Souls. We want souls.
And I'm like, I'm getting him up. Getting him now.
calm down.
All right, what's the second attack?
That's going to be a 22.
That will also hit.
Okay, and this one I think is just going to be 1d8 since it's the second attack.
Yes, but you got that feat, so you get to still add your dex to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the damage.
5 more damage to him.
All right. Very cool. Next up, Pilkins, you are invisible, and there's not as many mercy killers around you. They're still in the room, but you got a little more breathing room.
So is the one in front of me still holding up the writ?
Yes.
So I think like the first thing he would do is he would sneak up to there and then actually use his invisibility to read the writ, like right in front of the mercy killer.
Yes.
I love
Find
that
a
so
loophole.
much.
Attack him with a loophole.
Yeah, give me an investigation check with advantage.
Investigation with advantage. Okay. 13.
So you it's a little hard to get real detail because, you know, it's an unsteady hand. You're invisible. You're a little panicked. You're trying to skim. But you do get some information out of it. It is in a language that you can read. I don't know what it would be. Something.
It's a Minotaur.
Minotaur. Yeah. But essentially what it says in there, the parts that you're able to get out, is you see the word fugitives, dangerous entity known as wit, danger to the entirety of the multiverse.
So Pilkins thinks in his head, well, this Wit fellow actually seems quite nice for a Mind Flayer. Maybe these Mercy Killers are just being like a little discriminatory towards Mind Flayers. And from everything that everybody said, it doesn't sound like they're being a threat to the multiverse, but rather they're trying to save it. So maybe there's a misunderstanding.
Could
And
be.
so with that, I think he's going to try to so he's picked up like some of the items from the bed, and he's like equipped it, and he's going to try to stop like the Mercy Killers from getting to Uthal. How many are in front of me?
There's 3 that are close to you, 4 are off in a corner.
And 4 are off in a corner, and the 3 that are close to me are actually the ones attacking Uthal, right?
One of them was one that was going for wit. That was the one that saved. Another one is off to the side that is attacking Uthal, and then the third is the one holding the writ that was originally going for you.
Got it. Okay. I think Pilkins will go over to the one that's attacking Wit, and he's going to try to like use the staff to try to like put some distance between them. Like he just wants to separate them so that he's not hurting him while he explains like what's really going on. But like there's something about this belt. He just like doesn't even know his own strength anymore, and it comes off with so much more force than he means to. Just kind of like an attack.
Accidental attack.
Accidental attack.
Accidental attack. He's like, wait, let me explain. Boom. 28.
Pain with fight.
Well, here's the thing. You're attacking him from being invisible, so you have advantage.
Yeah, 28 for the first attack.
Okay, let's see if we get that crit.
Oh, I mean, the first attack, the advantage was a 28.
Okay. Yeah, that one will absolutely hit.
So that is going to be... Can I roll this?
And is there any special stuff that staff does on one of those, or is it only range stuff?
It's just working as a staff right now.
Okay.
There we go. 16 damage for the first one. And then he's going to follow it up by like trying it again. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me 30 to hit for the second attack.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that'll hit.
And that is going to be 14.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna give this guy a check real quick. Okay, so an invisible Pilkins attacks twice with his staff, again not knowing his own strength at this point, and all of you from your perspective suddenly see this Mercy Killer go ugh, and then was thrown backwards about 10 feet off, just through the air. And again, I think this isn't greater invisibility. You're still invisible, right?
Yeah, I'm still invisible.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, this Mercy Killer just flies through the air with no explanation whatsoever, except you do hear out loud, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Okay. Sheesh. It is my turn now. And Wit is going to say, "Oh, I got it. Everybody get next to me." And that is going to be what his turn is. He's specifically going to say, "Everybody get within, like put a hand on me." And in fact, just as he says that, you now see Anastasia has reappeared, crawling up the side of his coat and is kind of wrapped around his shoulders. And then the Mercy Killers are gonna go. That you know what? That one is gonna attack the space in front of him.
Yeah.
See if he can hit something.
Wait, does he have to walk back up to me?
Yes.
In which case, Pilkins, he's very diligent. He's super alert. He's, he's in his past. He was almost like like a sentinel of the city, of his alleyway. And so, as the person comes up to him, I believe he gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I think like he's just kind of afraid, and he's going to try to use the staff to just kind of like poke him away to keep space. But that comes off again like an attack. And it's going to be 33 to hit.
Yep.
13 damage.
Okay. So I gave him another check there. Yeah, this mercenary is like, I'm not messing around this time. And he goes in there, and then not knowing he's walking into a staff that's being thrown at his face, just you see this mercy killer just boop, just on his back, just completely stops face first. His legs go out from under him, and he's on the ground.
Oh my god, I'm sorry again.
Okay, or that was my turn. I was gonna ask Pilkins, you do anything else? That was my turn. Okay, Uthal, you're gonna get an attack from one of them. That is only a 13 to hit.
Oh, that's not gonna hit me.
Yeah.
My big boy pants on.
Mm.
The third one that's there, the one with the writ is going to, in the other hand with the people catcher try to attack Elysia, and as an 18 to hit. Does that hit?
Does it? Sorry, keep jumping between.
It's okay.
It does.
Okay, so that is 12 slashing damage, and for you, 10 lightning damage.
Okay.
Or not 10, sorry, 5. 10's the original. I did the math in my head and then said the wrong number. And then the other mercy killers that were in the room are now, making their way over. But like I described when you all got here, there's tables and chairs all throughout this room, and they're having to like shuffle around it and kind of knock it over to get out of the way. So they don't quite reach you all yet. And Elysia, is your turn.
Okay. Well, she's gonna, probably at the beginning of the fight, she banished Tamarin because Tamarin's a familiar. So
That's fair.
Tamarin's now safe. And so this turn, she's going to go touch Wit. And then she's going to cast a spell, because they, made her mad, and there is a spell that she tends to default to in that case, and she needs to upcast, but she's going to go with Chain Lightning.
Oh,
Classic.
So both lightning one target, and then 3 other targets. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, are you targeting the ones that are trying to make their way towards you? The ones that you did before?
So she's doing the closest one.
Oh, okay.
So and actually, since I'm upcasting because I'm out of slots, lower slots, that's 4 others. So she can hit 5.
Okay.
Start with 1, go to 4. So she's gonna start with the one that just attacked her.
Okay, cool. All right.
And then go to 4 other ones that are close.
Let's see how many ones Trevor rolls. That first one is a 10. I don't think that's gonna do it.
No.
A 13.
No, 17 is the
A 1.
This is gonna come back to haunt us at some point. I know it
They're
is.
charging up. They're just getting
Yeah.
ready. That one is a 9 for the fourth one. And then the last one, a 14. It sounds like all of them failed.
We need to start a counter on the overlay of how many times you roll ones.
I don't think any of them will be as better as the one time St. James had the worst rolling, and that was at an in-person game. He literally we had these little we had Dwarven Forge stuff out, and there were these little pillars, and he started taking dice that rolled ones and putting them on top of them and going, no.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the game, I had like 6 pillars.
6
Oh,
pillars.
wow.
I had no dice left.
Yeah, it was great.
So that's 58 damage.
58 damage apiece. Yeah, no, they're smoking. There is smoke rising off their armor. They are groaning. They're clutching their chests. You did a lot of damage.
That's the only one she's got, but
All
it's
right.
great while it lasts.
And then you said you were getting over to Wit. Okay, cool. Next up, Orkira.
Do I see the one that is holding the thing, the paper
Yes,
that has all of
there
our...
is a burnt hole through it now.
Well-
as the lightning just went straight through it.
Well, that's a later problem. I want to swoop down and I want to try to grab it from the Mercy Killer because I want to know what the hell they think we did, and then get over to Wit and touch him.
Okay. Let's do an opposed strength check.
It wouldn't be an acrobatics. I'm trying to be very acrobatic and just like swoop a flyby, just like whoop.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I will do the thing that I always do in these situations. High or low.
Hi.
Okay. Unfortunately, no. He's
Alright.
got a tight grip on that thing. You're gonna have to actually like try and pull it out.
All right.
If you want, you could do athletics if that gives you any other bonuses to it.
No, I'll roll at athletics, but I was
But
trying to get the yeah.
Also remember, you're rolling against me.
Well- I rolled a 12.
Come on, 1.
I kid you not, I rolled an 11.
Oh, nice.
And I rolled an 11, but I have a +1.
Oh no, I mean like that was with everything added.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
I think Orkira swoops down and is thinking about doing the flyby, but that grip with the awful gauntlet is just way too hard. And so there's a moment in where she's perched on this guy's shoulder, just like peeling off the fingers. Like, I just want to know what she thinks that we did. Like, get it out of his hands. And I'm like, tell the lady that we didn't do it, whatever it is. And I'm gonna fly over to Wit and touch him.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing, but I trust you, I guess.
Uthal, it is your turn.
Okay, there's still just the 2 near me.
Yes, one is
3.
on his ass.
Perfect. I'll keep going at the one I've been attacking.
Okay.
Hit him with a nice little sneak attack.
Okay, go for it.
Non-nat 20.
Ooh,
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Actually, that one is going to use a reaction to parry, and
Oh.
ups its AC enough to just deflect your attack out of the way.
Fine. Then I'll go for the second stab.
Yeah.
Got a backup mic right here.
Got a backup one right here. As my arm's going up, I'm like, ah!
I like the idea that it's the soul stealing one, and as you're going in for the attack, the voices go, back up.
See what I get for this one. 22.
Yes, that one will hit.
All right. So that gave me a 10 altogether for damage.
All right.
Don't you get sneak attack on that? Because you didn't.
You
get sneak attack.
You can still use the
Oh,
sneak
do I?
attack because you
Yeah,
didn't trigger it that other
Oh, sick. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Let's
'cause it
keep that
happens.
10.
You stay right there.
You stay right there, Mr. 10. Don't forget about you. And then we're going to hit him with a sneak attack. So 7d6.
Jesus.
Snake attacks.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. Look at
Level
those
13
fours.
sneak attack.
27. So 37
Nice.
altogether.
There's a little bit of blood coming out of the
Oh.
parts of this Mercy Killer's armor. You're doing some good damage on him.
Perfect. Am I able to try to run away, or can I no longer use that disengage?
Yeah, you use your bonus action to
That's the attack.
do the attack.
You have cunning action though, right? As a rogue.
Doesn't that use his bonus action though?
It's a bonus. I can take a bonus action on each of my turns.
Yeah, you
The
already
cunning
used it though,
action.
to do the
Yeah.
second attack.
Yeah.
Because rogues don't.
I was trying to see if that counts as a bonus or not. Cool. I'm just gonna keep on chugging away.
So are you not getting near wit?
I guess I can. I'll just stab him and run.
The Mercy Killer will get 1 attack of opportunity against you as you move back to
Okay.
him.
All right.
And 18 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah.
Nope,
Okay.
it won't. As Uthal's trying to come towards me, I'm like, get over here! And I'll shoot my wing out and give him a +5 to his AC as I use protective wings
Oh.
again.
Yeah. So not going to hit me now. I'm protected by wings.
Okay, you
The
do
arms of
so.
an angel.
And then Pilkins, it is your turn.
Are there any close to, like, within 5 feet of me?
There's the one at your feet that you knocked down.
He's gonna try to like help him up with his staff, but once again, he just doesn't really know his own strength, and it comes out like an uppercut, like a smacking uppercut. So yeah.
My sweet summer child.
Oh, this time it is a crit.
Oh!
Oh no. Oh yes, but oh no.
Oh, 15.
Okay. I'm actually gonna say because it was a crit, there is actually an explosion of lightning that comes off of it, that strikes the Mercy Killer. Ah! And you're just like, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I didn't know they did that. He's gonna poke it one last time and just like try to like poke it to shove him away before he runs to wit. But yes, once again, it is just going to be an attack. That's gonna be a 31 hit.
Yep.
Ooh.
That is going to be 15 damage.
Okay. This Mercy Killer is just dazed on the ground, absolutely unsure of what in the world is happening to him.
I'm trying to help.
Pilkins, help your way over here.
Okay, yes. And then he runs over to Wit and then places a hand on Wit.
Okay. At that point, once all of you are there, Wit looks around and goes, okay, everybody, we might be back here at some point, hopefully, I don't know. And he's gonna snap his fingers, and the ring on his thumb glows bright, and there's a bright flash of light, and everything around you is gone. But it is just kind of a bright, blinding light for a little while, and it's a little hard to see. It's not great.
Again, twice in one day.
But that light slowly starts to dim and go away, and the sounds of all of the fighting, the Mercy Killers knocking over the furniture and everything is gone, and silence falls on your ears so quickly that it's kind of that deafening silence. And as the light starts to come back, there's this little bit of sound that sounds like a furnace kicking on, like some heat going through pipes, and you find yourself in a dimly lit, what looks to be a basement. There's no real light source in here other than a couple windows at the top parts of the ceiling, and there's these rafters going along up top that have these pipes going along it with this large furnace on one wall, and on the far side there are stairs going up, and noticeably Wit is not with you.
Well, crap.
Oh.
I turn to go ask Wit where we are. I'm like, what? Well, what happened to Wit?
So is this the next world that's gonna be destroyed?
Oh, I hope not.
Because if Wit's not here, like, how do we get out of it?
I'm just real quick going to heal myself a little bit with some cure wounds. I'll just do that on the side.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I just gotta fix a few holes. Hold on.
Yeah, do you got some extra for cure?
I got it. And I got some cure wounds on me. But I will then hold out the writ because we don't have wit to Pilkins and say, you wanted to look this over? I'm a little nervous about what might be on here, but we got to find out why they were after us. And I'll hold out it to you.
Yeah, previously I only caught like a quick glance at it, so thank you for grabbing it. I read that we were something about fugitives and we're a danger to the multiverse. I don't know why they think that, right? Because you told me that we were going to save the multiverse. But then in the meantime, Pilkins is reading it more deeply.
So sorry about the hole in the writ.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing important.
Yeah, luckily it's just the naming section is like, by order of the Lady of the Pain and the Council of, and
Oh, wait, hold on.
and Richard and
I
Jessica.
can help. Oh, we need to find out about Jessica. I'm gonna poke the top of the hole. I'm gonna cast Mending so that it fixes the hole.
Okay, there's a bunch of boring names on there now.
Very boring.
I almost fall asleep as I read them because they're so boring.
I feel like this is like Pilkins' comfort reading. Like this is what he
True,
maybe just
so
maybe
true.
this is what he reads before he goes to bed.
Yes, so nice and safe and tame.
And orderly. Oh.
Yes. Yeah. So what else? Do I have to roll something?
No. Having the opportunity to kind of sit there and read it. Essentially the gist of this, in between the bureaucracy talk in it, is essentially that from their perspective, there is a tavern that has been traveling the multiverse, and every time it leaves one of those universes, that universe is suddenly destroyed.
Oh.
Why do you all look so guilty?
Well, when you put it that way, I can see the misunderstanding. But we're trying to stop it. We just have
what
failed.
if we're not? What if we're causing it?
Well,
Like,
it was-
Let's not think about that right now. I think
But,
what we're
like,
doing is
when people
perfectly
get sick,
fine.
like people near them get sick, but like if a doctor was near them and then they go treat somebody else, what if like they're taking the sickness with them to somebody who wouldn't have been sick? Like maybe we're doing that.
do you think it's us or the tavern?
Well, I don't.
Well, it's certainly
Well,
not
it can't
me.
be us, can it? So maybe it's the
Certainly not me.
tavern.
As I'm looking at my sword whispering to me to kill everyone, like,
This is
putting it back in, like,
I'll look over at Pilkins. Whatever it is, if it is somehow tied to us, that it is 100% unintentional. All we're trying to do is stop it. But if somehow we're accidentally the cause, then we'll try to stop it. We'll stop doing anything. But
Well, just think back in your memories. Like, has there been a universe that you've left that has not been destroyed?
since joining Wit on the tavern,
Mm-hmm. Like, is there a case where you can prove this wrong?
so before joining Wit, I have hopped universes, and as far as I know, those are still fine.
Mm-hmm.
Since joining Wit,
Doomed universes.
Every single one of the 52 that you listed. 52?
50,
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
52.
Yeah, something like that.
52?
53.
53. Did
Wait, does that mean you caused my universe to disappear?
no.
Your universe took long. So it's just us showing up and then it's destroyed. Yours wasn't that because we were there
Yeah.
for a while. So
Yeah,
it's
most of the time we are able to show up like just before it happens, but this time it was like months, which is why we were hopeful to find some information. You look
I-
thoughtful and concerned. I am worried.
I mean, I don't want to believe that you three are the cause for my universe to disappear. But you seem like fine folk to me, so I...
Does Pilkins read the entirety of the writ?
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah,
You
you do
gotta
find
ask.
a section of previously known offenses.
Oh,
oh no.
right here.
Elysia is kind of a question to them. To their knowledge, has not previously committed any multiversal crimes. There is a list of times that Arcana has gone to different areas of the multiverse, and Uthal as well, though his not as long as Orkira is, but that does share one location in common with her, which is a location that is referred to as the hotel at the edge of the multiverse. Wit, on the other hand, takes up almost the entirety of the bottom of the page. And it's kind of confusing. It essentially describes someone who exists beyond physical form that traveled the multiverse kind of body hopping until the Lady of Pain was like, stop that, don't do that at all, because you're ruining things. And he's still kind of doing it here and there, except now he's locked to the bodies. So he's got a long rap sheet.
When he reads over that, is the indication that it is Wit that was causing the destruction of the universes, and the Lady Pain was trying to stop him by saying,
No,
"Don't be a mind flayer."
In those terms, no, it was simply traveling about just willy-nilly. Also, that the writ does say, not sure why he is a mind flayer now. And
Okay, well, if it was us, then these ones would have been destroyed as well. But I know those two are fine, and so maybe it is. It could be the tavern, or maybe it's something else.
it's true.
There could be something following us and destroying the universes we go to just to frame us as criminals. That's the more logical thing here. I've done a lot of framing in my life. I think there's something chasing us.
I mean, that is
Just,
possible. And then it just took them an extra couple months to find us in the last one.
Yeah, maybe we went to a real obscure universe last time, which is yours. Unfortunately, they did find us, and it's gone.
Well,
but I still have some more alcohol from it.
I
so
still have
eyes
one of
up.
the bottles.
well, I think we find out where we are, what happened to Wit.
Yeah, we
And-
gotta, even if we're like, hey, we're calling it off, we're not gonna jump around anymore. Like, I want to go home. So we kind of need Wit to do that, I think.
Yeah, but if we should investigate the tavern and Wit first in case it is something unintentional that we are doing, because otherwise we'll go back to one of our universes and then...
True.
Yes, and the tavern has the rest of my clothes, except for the one outfit that Orkira has. And I'd like to change my outfits at least once a day.
Oh,
Really?
God.
Isn't that a bit of an excess? Like, I have
Hey,
this.
when's the last time you changed your outfit?
What's today?
Do you know how hard it is to get a tailored outfit that works around all of this? And she points to the wings and the spikes down her back and the tail. And she's like, I just find people who can prestidigitate a lot.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure part of my armor is actually stitched into my skin from a recent wound. That
wasn't my fault. It was not my fault.
So, it's fine.
Uthal, give me a perception check.
All right, perceive.
Orkira, I will tell you right now, you don't need to roll for this one. You have caught the whiff of cookies.
Whoa.
What
Uthal,
kind
what'd you
of
get on your
cookies?
perception check?
25.
You have also caught a whiff of cookies, and you recognize that whiff.
Mrs. Fox's cookies, and I start running up the stairs.
Oh, this can't be a coincidence.
Mrs. Fox! Mrs. Fox!
The 8.5-foot tall Goliath goes scrambling for the stairs.
I'll look over at Pilkins and I don't know what Alicia, do you know Mrs. Fox? Do we know if you know Mrs. Fox?
No, Alicia has not crossed paths with Mrs. Fox.
Okay, so I'll look at the both of you and say, this is an extra long story, but one story at a time. Let's go follow, and I will run after.
Pilkin shrugs. I like cookies. Let's go.
Yeah, smell good.
So you all get to the top of the stairs after Uthal, who dashed up them, used some rogue abilities to just climb those at fast speeds.
All fours.
And you come to the top of the stairs and out into what looks to be a living room. It is decorated as best I can describe as your grandmother might decorate a living room. There's doilies in places. There's a nice couch with some frilly stuff on it. And nearby there is a kitchen with an island that separates it from the living room. You can see that there's some doors that go back, and there is another staircase that goes up on the other side of the wall from the door that you come out. And when you get out there, there's no one there, including Uthal, until you look over towards the kitchen, and there is a plate of cookies, and he is just shoving them in his mouth.
You guys, these things never end. Just keep going.
We'll leave some for the rest of us.
They're never ending.
I'll take a quick glance around. As much as the cookies are very appealing, do I see Mrs. Fox or anyone else?
No, you don't see anyone. And oddly, like I like to think Orkira has essentially spidey sense. The perception's so high.
Yeah, people wonder why I'm anxious all the time.
Your Orkira sense is at ease.
I mean, maybe she went out for a second, and you said there's stairs going up to another floor?
Yeah.
I won't go totally up, but like start climbing the stairs to do a poke upstairs to see.
Yeah, you poke your head upstairs at a landing that is a hall that goes off in either direction. And there are closed doors. There's a few lights here and there that light the hall. Very nondescript.
Hello? Hello? I promise I'm not here to destroy anything.
This time.
Listen, I have stories. I'll pop my head back down. I don't think anyone is here.
You do see that there is one door that does have something different on it. Specifically, it is a large, chunky, magical-looking padlock.
Oh, I'm just not gonna touch that. And I will slowly come back.
So in the meantime, I want to see how freshly baked are these cookies?
Perfectly freshly baked to the
Always.
exact way that you would prefer.
Does that mean that she was just here then? Like baking these cookies?
I mean, I guess. I checked to see if the oven's still hot or on.
Yeah, it is not.
Okay, good.
Me
Yes,
with a
cookies.
good
Are there any
sense of
cookies
how these
left?
cookies
Yes,
are.
there are cookies left.
Okay, good.
Since this isn't my first rodeo with the cookies, I'm like, oh, they're always fresh and big. They never end too, so you can just eat as many as you want. They're always
He's
going to be
saying
hot.
this, but there aren't any more cookies appearing on the plate. Yeah,
You
you're
just
starting to
keep
think
on
if you
eating.
haven't gotten one yet, you need to grab one.
Uthal, are you sure that those are the kind of cookies that reappear? Because I'm not seeing any reappear.
Huh.
Well, now we
That's
owe
weird.
someone some cookies.
That's odd. They usually reappear as soon as I eat them.
Could
Sorry, go ahead.
could this be a sign that your host is in trouble?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, we have to save her.
Are we on the first floor and there's an exit to this building, or is there other ways to
There is
go?
a front door connected to the living room. All of the windows here do have these kind of like doily-like blinds that are on it, and they seem to just have daylight coming in from outside.
Well, let's see where we are. And I'll walk up to one of the windows and just peek my head through the window and see what's outside.
It's kind of that similar thing to Pilkin's room. Like you can't quite really get a focused image of outside.
I'll look at everybody. Did Would ever tell us about like a second version of the tavern that was a really nice grandma house?
No, I've been here quite a few times now. This is Mrs. Fox's house. Just don't know where she's at.
Now, is this the nice Mrs. Fox or one of the ones that's destroying universes?
Wait, is she the source of the universe destruction?
We don't know. We're trying to figure it out. We know that there are some out there. But as far as the fourth wall has told me, we don't know yet.
Well, since the cookies are running out, I can only imagine this is not the good Mrs. Fox.
Okay, so for all intents and purposes, Pilkins is like an urban ranger. So he's like specialized in like tracking things and noticing signs of people's presences, like in urban situations, such as inside a kitchen or a house, perhaps. So, are there any signs that somebody's recently passed by, and in what direction?
Give me, give me survival with advantage.
That is so cool.
23.
Ooh. Yeah, there are a few signs that there has been recent activity in here. Namely, there is you move the plate that Uthal was eating and you find that there's a note underneath.
Guys,
Do not eat these cookies.
with my
Well, you put that kind of note on top of the cookies, not under the cookies.
I think I may have pushed that to the side when I was grabbing the cookies.
Okay, what does this note say?
The note says, the plate is currently broken. These are all the cookies I have. Signed, Mrs. Fox.
As I'm just like still eating one, like, oh, well, you should have read that. Grabbing
Okay.
another one really slowly.
Well, actually, if Alicia hasn't got one yet, she's gonna slap your wrist.
Alicia, what do you do bite into one of these cookies? It is the perfect cookie you've ever had.
Perfect cookie.
It is the perfect temperature. It is the perfect consistency. It is the perfect flavor.
Damn you, Trevor. I'm going to need to go get cookies after this.
I know, right?
Feel that.
All right. I need to know what's everybody's favorite cookie.
Oh.
What's their character's favorite cookie?
Oh.
No, that's even harder.
Oh.
I mean,
Uthall's
oatmeal
is-
raisin, I think.
Oatmeal raisin. Yeah, there you go. I love it.
Pilkins. Yeah. Arcana's is basic chocolate chip. Like
I love
the most
Good.
simple, basic chocolate chip.
But like the most comforting and familiar.
Exactly. The kind of chocolate chip that you'd have to be allergic to one of the ingredients to not want to eat.
Yeah.
What about the other two?
I think Uthal's is whatever Miss Fox always makes. He doesn't know what they are. They're just the greatest cookies he's ever had in his life.
They're snickerdoodle.
Oh, they're snickerdoodle.
I'm thinking back. I had there's like this cookie store near a convention that I always go to, and they're like this big, right?
Oh yeah.
And there was one that was like salted caramel flavor.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So it had like a caramel drizzle, and then it had like the salt crystals on top of it, on top of like a sugar cookie kind of base.
Chat, you're
Sounds
welcome for
amazing.
the craving of cookies right now.
It's cookie time.
Let us know what cookies you like.
Yeah.
Trevor, how about you?
Oh, I'm actually in agreement with Arcana. I love a good chocolate chip cookie. It's just so comforting. I love it.
Or
But
Kira and
the
the
funny
fourth
thing
wall
is-
have the same taste.
Fucking
Yeah.
funny thing is, close second, oatmeal raisin.
Nice.
Pilkins, you're learning how to communicate with the fourth wall.
I do think that Pilkins cookie specifically is the kind that you would just get from like a vending machine. Like it's pre-made. You don't know how old it is. It's in that like cold,
Not
clear
seasoned
plastic.
at all.
Not seasoned, yeah.
Oh,
Mass
hardtack.
produced.
You like hardtack.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Uthal, save one of those cookies for Pilkins so that he can have. Yeah.
Just
Don't
gonna
give me
slide
that
the
look.
last one to him. Like,
Yeah.
you want to eat this or?
I don't know what germs are in this multiverse. I mean, I'll just
But
perhaps
Pilkins,
one day.
Pilkins, do it.
Do it.
You
it.
need
Eat
the
the
best
cookie.
cookie
Do it.
experience.
Do
It's the
it.
greatest cookie. Yeah.
Your multiverse got destroyed. You deserve a good cookie.
I like the idea that it's the Ratatouille scene, just cameras full zoom in on Pilkins' face. It just-
I think he definitely has a moment where he bites into it, expecting to hate it, and then he finds that he doesn't hate it.
which is shocking to Pilkins. Absolutely
This is-
shocking.
I'm just doing
This
that Jack
is-
Nicholson smile and nod face.
Yeah.
There's a moment where all four of us are just standing around the empty plate of cookies, smiling and nodding.
Yeah.
At that point, one of the doors in the far side of the living room opens, and you hear a voice say, "Oh, I found them. They're over here." And if you look out, you can see that coming out of this door is a well-dressed human woman with lightish skin. She's wearing essentially kind of like a business suit kind of thing with pants. She has puffy pink hair that's tied up into a bun, and she has these matching pink spectacles on her face that are actually like kind of down on her nose. And she says, Wit, I found your adventuring companions, friends. I don't know what they are to you. And through that door, you see Wit come and goes, "Ah, there you are."
Hey, you're okay. I'll look at the. Is the human woman? Do we recognize her as Mrs. Fox?
It is indeed Mrs. Fox.
Hi, Mrs. Fox. Sorry, we kind of arrived unannounced.
Oh, well, I don't. It's fine. I don't blame you. That's why I left cookies out for you. I blame this one.
Oh, by the way, the cookies are gone.
I assumed that was going to happen, which is why I already put another plate in the oven.
I'm gonna open the oven.
Wow.
The oven, which Orkira had already checked, was off and cold.
Yep.
And she just has this moment of.
They're magic.
I like this multiverse.
Well, that's just kind of my house. By the way, I'm Mrs. Fox. Nice to meet you. You are?
Pilkins, he says, and he like takes another bite of her cookie. He says, I really admire your handicraft here. This is most extraordinary.
Oh, it's nothing. It's something I picked up about 1,000 years ago. And you, who are you?
Oh, I'm Elysia Tararan.
Very nice to meet you. I believe I met. Did I
Yeah,
meet your
did
mother?
you- Yeah, you met my mother.
Ah, yes. That's good. And I recognize Orkira and Uthal here. Thank you very much. And yes, just
Hi,
to
Mrs. Fox.
put your minds at ease. Yes, I was the one that you spoke to that wasn't trying to kill you and turn into a void dragon.
What?
Whoa.
Long story.
So
Don't worry about it.
I guess to catch the rest of you up real quickly, the way that I know the two of them is at one point, they helped me open up a vault in the hotel at the edge of the multiverse that had about 100 copies of me from across the multiverse that were all hell-bent on destroying it. Luckily, I have a good update for you on that. I talked almost all of them out of it. So that's good.
Almost.
Good news.
Yeah.
So I
Follow-up questions will happen, but almost.
yeah, so I decided that if the best way to reason with me is dinner. So I invited all of them to dinner, and I had these lovely little kobolds get this cosmic crock pot for me that really helped out on the job, made all of their dinners absolutely perfect. But one of them didn't show up. But I was unable to reach her, so it could be that she maybe went and got herself killed, which is good. But I'm hearing from Wit on the other side, that there are problems happening in the multiverse with universes being destroyed.
Like mine.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah, we were actually just considering the idea that we might be responsible in some way, but
I don't think that it would be the case.
But the
I
Lady
mean,
of
definitely
Pain
not on
thinks so.
purpose.
What was that, Pilkins?
But the Lady of Pain thinks so, which is kind of a problem here. And he points at the writ.
She rolls her eyes and says, let me see that. And she takes it and she unfurls it and goes, yep, yes, that's... I can already feel myself going to sleep. Lovely. Okay. Well, it does seem that they believe that you all are responsible for the ends of these universes, which, from the outside, I can kind of understand. You're going somewhere and you're leaving and then it explodes. I, too, would probably think that something were up for it if it weren't for the fact that I know the two of you and this weird one behind me. However, I don't think we're going to be able to figure out much on those universes themselves. It was a lovely try, and I'm not at all bringing in Wit's, thought process into doing that. Maybe a little bit. But I think we're going to have to go a little more strange if we're going to figure out what is destroying these universes.
Again?
Yes.
Yeah,
But,
I'm good for
again,
strange.
I don't think going to those universes is going to help. They have a large amount of death energy in them, which does mark them as such. But I don't think we're going to be able to figure out anything there. I think this is deeper.
Well, that's good, because then the Lady of Pain won't come after us anymore, because we won't be there before they're destroyed, right?
Well, that is a problem. You see, the Lady of Pain, she likes to keep an eye on everything happening in the multiverse. That's why Sigil is located directly at the top of it. And she can see things fairly easily, though it seems that she took quite a bit of time in order to track all of you down. But that's not to say that she won't do it again. And so I think we should try and kill two birds with one stone.
Hopefully that's just a metaphor. We're not actually trying to kill the Lady of Pain, because the last time anyone tried to do that, it was bad.
Oh, no. Trust me.
I'll try again.
Oh, Uthal, putting your bones back together was not fun.
It was like a game. My arm still creaks, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I kind of ran out of juice at the end.
Mrs. Fox says, no. The last person that tried to kill the Lady of Pain got locked in a diamond for a millennia and then got thrown back 500 years. So we won't really be doing that. But I do happen to know that at least, and she turns to look at Wit, from my perspective, the Lady of Pain may be able to be reasoned with. I, luckily for you, have enjoyed some tea times with her. I didn't see her, but we were both drinking tea in a nearby location, so, that's good. She looks over at Pilkins and goes, if you see the Lady of Pain, you die instantly, so...
Oh, that sounds very dangerous.
Yes,
Yeah.
What fun with a tea party, a little danger. I think that we should go to Sigil itself and face this head on. Perhaps you all can go out into the City of Doors and find some clue as to where we should go next to find what is causing this. And in the meantime, I will speak with the Lady of Pain and hopefully persuade her to not pursue us anymore and perhaps even help us. And Wit starts to open his mouth and she goes, you are staying in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's been a while since I've been in Sigil, but sure. Hopefully we can find some information there. Do you think it's that one version of you that didn't come to your party?
I hope not. I'm not going to rule it out completely, but I have hope now that the other versions of me have just gone about their business, that there's hope that maybe one of them did that on their own. But again, I'm not ruling it out.
So, if we meet this other one, and she happens to be the culprit, what should we do? Should we try to bring her back to you?
You could try. Maybe a bit of a fight, but you could certainly try.
Already taken one out. I guess we can try again.
There were a lot more of us when we did that, though.
I believe
They
there was
had
a
a lot
giant
more.
purple worm as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds
The good
dangerous.
old days.
Okay.
I wrote it.
It was fine. They were flying through the infinite void of space at the time, so no problem.
Okay.
Eating
Well,
a good berry.
comfort Goodberry. Have the three of you ever been to Sigil?
Nope.
I don't know.
No, Uthal has
Thinking
not.
in the fourth wall?
I know the
I
fourth
see.
wall had to think a little bit. No, Uthal has
I-
not been to Sigil.
Ooh,
I've
you
been
made
to
the
a
fourth
lot of
wall think.
places.
Wow.
Well,
That's
see,
impressive.
here's the problem. One of St. James's characters has been to Sigil, and since everything happens in the same timeline for me, I was like, wait, which St. James was that?
Fair, that's fair. All right. Well, maybe we spend a little bit of time and talk about what you should expect so that we don't accidentally break another law while we're trying to tell everybody that we didn't break these laws. And I point to the
And
thing.
at that point, the entire house lurches with this kind of loud. And Mrs. Fox says, "Little late, we're here."
Whoa.
Cool.
Well, I guess you're
Some
just gonna be a
cookies,
bunch
everyone.
of Berks.
I mean, I wanna well, if we can walk and talk or something, because like I'm very much wanting to hear about the place. If you can just break rules by like saying the wrong thing or like walking around wrong, like I'm not into that. So
Yeah.
I would
mean,
love to learn all the laws of this place, as much as we know.
Orkira spent quite a long time. The base for Beyond Heroes was in Sigil for a little while, so I think she knows, at least in general terms, all of the rules that are going to keep you out of trouble, and most of them involve like avoiding the mercy killers, and if the lady actually does show up, you don't look at her, and things like that. So I think she could give you whatever Trevor's version of the rundown is.
The Mrs. Fox will say, "It'll be fine. Just go about your business. Don't preferably not anything too suspicious." Looks at Uthal. And I think you all will be fine. Well, I will say this. If you go through a door, make sure it doesn't close behind you.
Yeah, look before you walk.
That too. And
I
and
don't
with
think
that,
I've opened any fine spirits there yet. So that could be a good grounding. Yeah, look around for nice spots and
Oh yeah, there's plenty. If you're looking to expand to Sigil, I mean, it's a fantastic location to kind of find anything you want. I mean, this is where I got this bag from, and she holds up the purple and gold bag that the marshmallows come out of.
Ooh.
Pulls one out to
So-
offer to anybody. They're always slightly stale. That's how I got it on discount.
Okay. So you're saying there's a need for more stores to be opened up. Good to know.
I don't know if there's a need, but there's always open space because
There is a need.
there's a high turnover in Sigil.
It's true. Sometimes
Perfect.
stores just stop existing because they're no longer connected to it.
Mhm.
So with that, she's gonna kind of escort you all to the front door and open it. And Pilkins, what you see on the other side is an extremely well lit location, as if there were a sun shining down on it. But as you kind of raise your eyes up, you see that this city just kind of continues on upwards and upwards until kind of connecting at the top, making this ring-like shape that extends on and around. I guess I don't even know how to say like a corner when it is an entire city. And Mrs. Fox goes, "Probably should have warned you. It's a donut-shaped world." Anywho, let's be on. And I think that is where we're going to stop for this week.
Yeah, Sigil is a good place to stop and take a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first episode of the Adventurer's Guide to the Multiverse, and we'll learn a little bit more about what's going on in Sigil and the Mercy Killers and the Lady of Pain and all that fun stuff in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I know we got some stuff to talk about before we head out.
We do, yeah. So first of all, we need to choose a winner of the dice giveaway. So I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds, one last wave. Any late stragglers, use the command !ticket in the chat to enter for a chance to win a set of dice of your choice off the website phoenixdice.com. So anybody in the world may enter. Yeah, you just go to the website if you win, and then you just pick a set, and we will ship that to you. I think
I do love that you were essentially giving your future self 10 seconds to get ready.
Yeah, just talk, fill that time.
Yeah.
Yang-Yang is actually a multiversal traveler.
He just plays Pilkins on TV.
So, without further ado, I'm going to choose a winner now, hopefully. And I've done it! Here's the winner!
Ooh.
You did it!
Congratulations, whoever you are!
Yeah. Rhonda's the winner.
Yeah!
Freaking Rhonda. Big R making an appearance.
Big Rhonda.
I hope it is. I hope it's somebody named
That would be a bit if the winner had just had Rhonda in their username. Oh my god, that'd be incredible.
That'd be so good.
I'll be right back. I need to go make a username named Rhonda. I really like some of that dice.
Okay, well, how about before we get out of here, we tell everybody where they can find us and any things that we want them to take a look at. And we'll start in reverse order this time. Yang, you do your stuff.
Yo, hey, what up? My name is Yang-Yang Wang. I am on this channel. You can usually find me hanging out in the Dungeon Scrawlers Discord if you want to join a really chill, awesome community.
It's very chill.
We are super chill, and we talk all sorts of games, books, movies, all the good stuff. Type in !Discord into the chat, and you will get a link to join. Besides that, congratulations to whoever the winner was. I will message you, I will DM you, and then we will figure out redemption instructions.
Yeah. St. James.
St. James, go find my Instagram. St. James Collections.
I was really hoping you were just like, go find it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Good luck.
Figure it out.
Only the worthy may find it.
If you can find it, kudos to you. You get to see some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhiannon.
Hey, been Rhiannon Held, urban fantasy under Rhiannon Held, space opera under RZ Held. First in my completed series of space opera novellas is called Clean Install, so check that out. I am also on the Dungeon Scrawlers Discord and occasionally on Twitter at Rhiannon Held.
And Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. I'm the content coordinator at Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. I'm on the socials as Obo Lauren. I guess I'll plug the other show that I'm on a regular basis, Children of Erte, on Tuesday nights on the Demiplane RPG channel with the amazing Deborah Ann Wall and a bunch of awesome folks. I'm playing a druid who is who would be the kind of character that Orkira would be exasperated by because she just runs off into danger. So come on by and watch as everybody is very upset with me on a very regular basis.
I love that. I was realized that I didn't introduce myself at the start of the show. Hi, I'm Treavor Bettis. I just GM'd that game you watched. You can find me on Twitter at the Trevor. There's an A hiding in there, and I'm also the community manager of Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Remember, exclaim code. You can get a code. Get a little Electrum chest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is gonna do it for this week's episode. Like I said, the next episode is in 2 weeks. We're gonna be doing these every other week, alternating with another awesome show on this channel. So be sure to check out all the stuff that this channel has to offer. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this week's Adventurer's Guide to the Multiverse. So until next week, take care of yourself.